No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. I'm in here today with my man Sharp, special guest, fresh off the BET red carpet, pink carpet, I believe, actually.
It was like a magenta.
It was pink.
It's like a lavender or some shit.
Good tone of
I
pink.
missed that. We gonna paint it blue next year.
And then across from me, of course, we got the one and only Bricc baby. He has a whole saga that we're gonna have to get into in a moment.
Bricc freak. Yeah.
And then of course my man Court
I feel safe.
in the building.
He said I feel safe.
Protected. Yeah, man. The first thing I want to speak on, just because this is at the top of my mind, is so I was listening to this clip that Academics just did on Twitch earlier today, where he was talking about the situation that he's currently in, where he feels like he's shown a lot of love to a lot of different podcasters in the sense of, like, you know, him and Charlemagne have a good relationship going back. He's been on the Breakfast Club. He's been on Brilliant Idiots and everything like that. And then now he feels like he can't get Charlemagne on his podcast. And
Story of Hollywood.
Charlemagne's been giving him the runaround for like a year, allegedly. And then he was saying the same sort of thing about Gillian Wallow, where at one point he went on their show, and then he hasn't been able to get them to reciprocate and come on his show. And, you know, he was talking to and kind of just talking about like why he's even doing this in the first place, which I really relate to that, because I had this whole month off to really think about like why I'm doing this because the truth is that I don't really feel like like even this podcast right here, this is not some big crazy money-making venture on behalf of the channel. There's a lot of things that make money that the channel or that No Jumper as a business is capable of doing. I looked at the analytics on last week's episode, which was demonetized, much like the one before. So make sure you guys cut the swears out of the intro. But we made it's all good. They get edited after.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We made, I think, $250 last week's episode off YouTube money.
Shit just went live.
What?
Should have just went live.
Live might have even been worse, but
Yeah, for sure.
you know, and it's just like the reality of the situation is that my reason for coming in and doing this podcast and keeping going is not necessarily about the money, because the truth is that in a lot of cases we make a piece of content and we lose money or just make a very small amount of money. But on the other hand, like yesterday I did 4 interviews. After this today, I got 3 more interviews. I was only supposed to do 2. And then last night I get hit up about another interview with a female rapper that I'm very, very excited to interview. I'm not going to jinx myself and say it just in case it doesn't work out. But, you know, so what do I do to end my night last night? I hop on my phone and I spend 2 hours just looking at her content, watching her interview clips, just searching up stuff so I can make sure that I have good questions. Like, this is really a labor of love for me. And that became even infinitely more clear to me once I dipped and dabbled into the game, because the truth is that on the days where I have to film 2 or 3 scenes and I kind of do the math in my head about how much money I just made doing that content, it's like, well, why do I even do No Jumper at this point? Because
Still.
Yeah, it's like I love having this conversation with the public, and the truth is that I'm still kind of like in a state of shock. You got your mans right here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
You ain't gonna figure it out.
He's paying attention.
I saw that name right there because that's one of the things I want to ask you on this episode today. Because you know that people want to know what happened to that fabled interview, but we could get into all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's a wild situation, because especially when I look at myself and my career, let's be real, I got no corporate support. I've been canceled more times than I can remember at a certain point.
For sure.
When I come in here and sit down, the hosts, the people that I get on this channel, I don't get the people who have been screened by the Matrix, who are politically correct and permissible to be like the reality is that if you come and with No Jumper, you're probably somebody who doesn't really have a place in the corporate world, like a Revolt or a whatever.
We the real outcast.
Exactly. Like, and the truth is, when I look at my life, you know my man Gabe Brooks, rest in peace.
Yeah, my boy.
When I think about him, when I first moved to Los Angeles and the way that I felt when I met him, I loved that dude for his spirit and his energy so much. And this is a dude who, when I meet him, he's fresh out of jail. I'm looking at him. He got bullet holes in his stomach. He clearly been through crazy ass shit. And I've always been attracted to people like that and wanted to learn about people like that, even though I'm not from a background that is anywhere near as dangerous. So that's why you see me sitting down with, former fentanyl dealers and people from alleged sets and people who were engaged in redacted activities for many, many moons,
I like the way you said that.
You're the only one I got specific with.
For sure. Yeah, I mean,
Me and Mona, we were talking about it yesterday.
Don't call me white girl. Shout out to her. She a real one.
I love
That's
her,
my
man.
homegirl.
I really f- with her. And she was
That's
talking
my
about
baby.
You just want to stop.
She was talking about
Nah, I would never.
a lot of white people running the space, but she was starting to name off these names, and I'm like, and she kind of had brought you up. I was like, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, Adam did open the door to us.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
he's the only one that I've seen like, hey, y'all come on up over here and give it a try.
and
you know
kick
what I'm
it.
saying?
See if you can
Everybody
make it.
else is kind of shut off. They're doing it by themselves.
But
they're not really working with anybody. You know?
Let me put my 2 cents in. This space is for when you buy a rap ticket to a concert, a hip hop ticket, they don't ask you what race you are.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, when you go to a concert, a real concert, it's majority white.
Yeah.
I mean, like outside of the trenches, but like on tour, that whole front row is a gang of young white kids.
Even in LA, I went to
Yeah,
a
here
Tyler the
too.
Creator show in Santa Ana before I started doing this shit. That line was 98.9% white.
White. You get what I'm saying?
But the truth is, if you go to a gangster ass show right there, and that's only like 30 minutes from
it's
LA,
all white people too.
all white, yeah.
Yeah. So listen to what I'm saying. If a motherfucker don't put theyself to the homework and all the stuff that you got to do in order to run this space, even you can't blame it on funding because you could do this shit on webcam. If you're that interesting, they're gonna listen. You get what I'm saying? Black people don't want to do the work, but they want to run the space. Not all black people, but it's like you can't be mad because somebody comes in and knows how to work. Like
Work the
I hate
space.
when they bash 1090 Jake.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Like I ain't no just let me. Cause there's some white people that deserve to get slammed. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let you slam the good ones.
Because you could say what you want about me. 1090 Jake, really from a gang, really did hella prison time. Like really, if you ever spent 5 minutes around 1090 Jake, you would immediately identify that, yeah, you might be white on the outside, but you're not the standard white guy. You could look at me and say, okay, your dad worked in politics when you were in elementary school, or you've never been locked up, or whatever. Like you were a BMX bike rider for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like that's totally fine. But the truth is that like I really love this culture and love having conversations with guys like you guys. And I don't know why I'm defending my place in the culture because I don't really remember anybody questioning it right now. But I'm just saying, I really love this shit.
No, he
He
said that.
Okay, yeah.
The first person I seen him help was black. It was Desto Dub.
Who's black? Oh, Desto Dub. Yeah.
We always, I mean, that's what we said. That we can't let them slam the good ones.
I just,
he's a
had
good
to
one.
look at it like, they say that it's, white corporate that's running these spaces. You know what I'm saying? It's white people that's
I
running
thought
them.
you.
that's not
running
I
that
thought you were
corporate.
talking about pod.
I'm a different kind of white guy. I'm gonna be real with you.
running
Yeah.
these spaces, whether it's just hip hop, media, just whatever the case may be. I feel like Adam opened the doors to all of us to try something new. Because
sure.
nigga, ain't none of us college graduates. I mean, he's
sure.
questionable, but you know what I'm saying.
I almost made it.
Yeah,
I got
like-
caught with that pack.
But I feel like we're all fortunate enough to be here in the space, man. And giving it a real go.
Yeah.
Right. And
For sure.
a few months back, there was a lot of people acting like No Jumper was dead in the water, like it was really over. And I'm sitting there reading comment sections, and even though I was in a fucked up place mentally at that time, I'm reading the comments just being like, you really think that that's it for me? Like, you really don't
Yeah.
think I can do this again? You really
You
think
don't
that,
see-
like, come on.
And what'd he say? Chief Keef, he blew out the police, man. I catch one more nigga talking.
Because I got this shit popping by myself, realistically, in the begining. And then I start
sure.
building out hosts, and it gets kind of popping for a different reason. But then,
You got Flock. You got the Bricc Sharp. You got the Gerb.
I mean, there's a lot
You
of...
got the ex Fetty Wap.
Yeah.
You got Court.
Shout me
Come
out.
on, man. You got supporting cast, man.
And we just getting started, too. Like, let's be real.
We're
Come on,
just
man.
getting
This is
started.
the
And so
beginning.
that's why when I seen a video clip that went, I wouldn't say viral, but I seen them talking about it in the Reddit, but where
It went popular.
T-Rail was at the Back on Fig show or the Fig Community show or whatever it was this weekend, and he tried to get a little "fuck no jumper" chant going on stage.
I was offended.
And I just don't, like, to me, that is the waggest shit in the world, because let's be real, take a look at it. I did everything to help those dudes, and I never did anything to disrespect them. I never did anything to put them down. I let them deal with my fucking audience and build a fan base on the platform. And unlike most corporate companies, when I brought them on, I didn't sign them to a deal that said, hey, you're not allowed to branch off and start your own platform. I let them stream while they were on my shit so they could like actively build out their own platform. I never did anything to take away from that. And when people have challenged them and tried to holler at them, say, oh, like, what did Adam do to disrespect you guys, to let you like roll with this little victim narrative or whatever? They don't have a good answer, because the truth is Adam, that there's nothing. It was Adam, it's just content.
It's content.
Yeah.
He did that for content.
Yeah.
I just expressed that I'm riding with no jumper all the way till the wheels fall off. He was at an all black event where, and I'm telling you, he really was naive to the fact that people had been slamming him. Last time with me and China, man, like they've been slamming him on the low, and that's why I've been like really going to bat for him, because like I guess that's what, you know what I'm saying. That's why like I didn't even know they was, but they've been trying to slam him to us in our DMs and shit, like the little shit that we do.
And
see.
in the comments.
So he's somewhere where it's a gang of people where he could try to turn this, you know what I mean, this switch on, and he did it for content, man. You can't even be mad. Be happy. Be happy, because
I don't
the people,
think he knew.
Because listen, we were at the BET Awards in full chant.
Oh,
They
word?
screaming "fuck the Bricc" every day, man. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think T-Rail knew that it was going to leave that building.
Oh, it wasn't. I thought you said it was at the BET Awards.
No, it was at their live show.
Oh,
and of course he knew, because there's a million fucking people with their phones out at any given time.
For sure, 100%. I'm thinking that they let him do the BT live stage outside, like talk.
No, it's just like a separate thing.
Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I just, when I see that, like, and I know people want me to respond or whatever, like, my only response is that I just think it's kind of sad. I just think it's kind of lame to like have somebody who did so much for you, and then to feel like you even have space to disrespect them when they never did anything disrespectful to you, you know? And that's really all I got to say about it, because I don't have any kind of ill will towards him or AD or whoever, besides the fact that I feel like they, on the way out, after telling me how loyal they were for all these years, that on the way out, they felt the need to basically paint a bullshit narrative about me as if I was a bad guy, or as if I didn't just basically give them opportunities and ask for very, very little in return, you know? And when they branched off and did their own thing and they talked all this shit about me on the way out, I didn't even fire back. Like, I don't really even see how that benefits me, because the truth is that anybody who's came through these doors, I'm happy to see them doing well. And I don't know, I thought it was sad. And that's all I really got to say about it. I know that like we went in crazy on Lush for saying "fuck no jumper," and he actually responded to you last week, which I don't even feel like fucking going back and forth with him, because he just takes every single mention of us as an opportunity to just talk
thumbnails.
Yeah, everything becomes a
He
thumbnail.
talking about he got receipts.
Everything.
Did I ever say I was on a phone call with that dude?
I feel like
I said I kind of.
it was insinuated. I don't know.
No,
because he was calling you a liar.
No, we were in talks. I
Right.
didn't say I was on the phone. I can't tell you. I know I didn't say I was on the phone. I said because I reached out. That's exactly what I said. I said because Bricc baby reached out to him.
And he said you drink green.
He said what?
He said you drink green.
He said the green lean was getting to your brain or something.
Yeah.
So you said I was on green. I drink both. Fuck are you talking about? Nigga.
But I heard
give a damn.
I heard there's some different green out now.
They got that Quay. That shit tastes like raspberry. That shit tastes just like fucking high-tech red. Who's not gonna drink it?
Oh, it tastes like the bread?
Hell yeah,
I need some
nigga.
green.
That shit tastes just like the original raspberry red, the thick glass bottle. That's what it tastes like. Fuck,
Tastes
you
like
not gonna drink
glass
that
tech?
for? I drink. You guys are drinking pie and shit. Broke ass niggas. You
What's
get what I'm
pie?
saying? Like some shit that tastes like quality. Like when has it ever been cool to drink quality?
I don't know. Is that not cool?
Qualitas.
Yeah.
I
You
got
remember when we were drinking activists? Were you sipping in?
I don't know if I ever even tasted Activist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't drank lean
Real
that many
Activist,
times in my
it was
life.
the company. Activist was the actual
Activist
no,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
main shit. All right,
It was
man,
the main shit,
Chill
though.
out, cool. I made it cool to sip, nigga. I swear to God, nigga. Everybody know that. Nigga, I've been drinking this shit since 06, 07, nigga. I was the first nigga. Oh, why you want to go to sleep? Where you in on the dead homies?
I ain't
Oh,
touched the
everybody
cup.
want to drink it.
I ain't touched the cup since 09.
That's what I'm saying. I've been.
You got to kick that one day.
Yeah, it's over with.
You really?
I don't really drink it. You don't see me drinking every day.
I don't.
Only when I'm stressed out.
You stressed out right now?
Fuck yeah.
We'll get into that.
I'm sure we will.
We'll get into that.
Only
I don't
when
know.
I'm stressed.
It's just that's a wild thing about being in this position is that you give people opportunities and then once they get out that door, they just roll with the victim mentality, even when it don't make any fucking sense. And I mean, to be fair, when I said that he was chanting "fuck no jumper," I only heard him say it one time, and I kind of already know that he was just doing it to try to get that little viral moment. Because keep in mind, like this is a dude who was texting me right when I got married, saying, "Hey, I love you." Or whatever, like, you know, saying like, "Oh, congratulations on the wedding," shit like that, and then like to then take shots at the brand like that. Shit
That's why I'm
corny.
not saying nothing because it's like, you know, I'm riding with no jumper, right?
He know I am too.
That's
he know
my
what it
man.
is.
Adams is your man's. Like
I am too.
the content, that was a hell of a curveball. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I vouched not to go against them too if I came up here at all. Them was my boys. But
I
it's
fuck
like
with 'em.
it's like when you say no jumper, you're saying, and it's the same shit about us. When you saying no jumper, you saying fuck Bricc, baby. You saying fuck Sharp. You saying fuck Crip Mac. All of that shit. Like,
He not
all right,
even here.
listen to what I'm saying.
Shout me out.
Because they're not beefing with you, Court. You not beefing. Like, you and Flock, they don't beef with y'all.
I was
Flock
the
was just
fake
on the show.
AD for 60 days.
No offense to you,
But
church,
you ain't-
but you
you-
know threat, my nigga. You know what I'm
if
saying?
they-
That's
if
the
they-
real.
no,
I
Court,
ain't trying to knock
Because
you.
it
I'm not
ain't
throwing no
nothing like
shade.
that. It ain't nothing like that.
But I know what he's saying, bro. You know
Like what
threat
I'm
to
saying,
them.
that the people that they're respecting, because it's a whole lot of shit behind disrespect. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you not in the middle of that, bro. You didn't even
I'm
know
not.
that you was replacing AD or no shit like that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You from New York. They not really jacking
And
what
that's
you
no
doing.
jab.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But, Court, you get what I'm saying? The whole shit is, we here. That's just like saying fuck all of us, bro. Like, at the end of the day, y'all be specific. If y'all want to go at your mans, go at your mans, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it make a nigga look fool if a nigga don't say nothing, cuz. You get what I'm saying? So, and I ain't gonna let, because I know it was content, so I ain't finna let it just split me and make me bug out. You get what I'm saying? Mind you, I was going through some other shit. I didn't catch
got
it.
enough to
So I'm
worry
over
about.
here.
That's one thing I like about Bricc Baby is I don't even know if Bricc Baby. Have you ever looked at the Reddit?
No.
Because I've never heard him mention it, and I sent you a link to something from there one time, and I felt like it seemed a little foreign to you to even be looking at this
when you
weird
was talking
website.
About, you was like the Reddit. Then it was like broke. Oh, it was about green.
It was somebody posted a
Somebody
picture of
said
you with the
broke
green.
baby drinking green on the dead homies.
So I'm at the look. I'm at the BET Awards, right?
Yeah.
I'm on the carpet. I'm getting it in. It's just like, I'm probably like halfway through the mixture. Guess who come bailing through? T-Rail, I'm saying his lovely woman, Smack, and Gina.
Yeah.
I see T-Rail first. T-Rail come down the way. Pass me that lighter. Get that lighter right there. And get that drum. T-Rail come down the way, like, you know, that's the first time I've seen him in person. You know what I'm saying? Since, like, the whole shit, like, went down, you know? So he come walking by. And, you know, all the reporters, everybody's cameras are running. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all in a line right there. So you don't know who's recording. You don't know what's what. As soon as he come by, he starts screaming at me, back on Fig. I say, bro, I just couldn't take it no more. I start saying, nigga, no jumper. Nigga, what's this supposed to
Y'all was
mean? Are
banging
we
pods?
podcast banging? Like, I'm lost here,
Pretty
bro.
much.
I ain't never did, listen, homie, I ain't never did nothing to these niggas.
Oh, they thought I was in jail. Oh, they thought it was over with for the Bricc. They just start gassing
Look,
up.
man, nothing but love to back on Fig. I ain't never had no weird shit to say, but I just be noticing, like, hey, homie, them bully tactics ain't gonna work, my nigga. Like, stop trying to, like, bully niggas low key. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the shit. Hey, that's cool, my nigga. Get y'all shit up. Do what y'all do. The shit's over with, nigga. The relationships.
We
that's
are
what it is.
mid-age men, bro.
It's
Oh, the
fucking-
dead
yeah, my
homies.
nigga, I'm
Can't
a
no
grown-ass
nigga
man.
disrespect no nigga at this. When a
I
nigga
just had
got
to say
kids and
something.
shit, all this gangbanging, all this jumping, at all, you can't disrespect me, nigga.
I had to say something because, nigga, now it's like it's a face-to-face manner. Now it's a, hey, I can tell, I can feel it like you trying to shit on me. And you hoping that these cameras is catching it. he came up afterwards, shook my hand, you know what I'm saying? Gave him a hug, smacking them, gave, you know what I'm saying, everybody a hug, Heather, you know, Gina, whatever the case may be.
But that's kind of like
never talked to me again after that. Did the interview next to me, standing there with a smile on their face. I'm like, hey, man, look, I'm happy for y'all, man. I don't got no malice in my heart. I'm not no fucking hater. So I don't have that shit in my blood to sit there and be like raising my nose at you, especially when I fucked with you. That's weird to me, bro. I don't get down like that, my nigga. Like, I think
that was just the BET agenda.
So the only thing he did
that was gonna be their viral shit is this and no jumper at BET.
The only thing he did was yell back on Fig and like, well, he was just there.
Listen, man, he got to yelling it at me, so I yelled it back. No jumper, homie. Like, I don't know what you like, because I can tell that's how I know that's what the agenda's been the entire motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? It's really
But that was my whole shit with us.
Really
like, nigga, if it's really? Like, look, bro, don't bite your tongue, cuz, we boys. Be specific when you talking about who you talking about. I ain't even finna go jump off no, I mean, like, nigga, we boys, nigga.
Facts.
Be specific. And then you don't even hate this man because you keep on, it's text going out with love sign. Like, what is it? Cuz, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only, I know it's for content though. That's what I'm saying. It's so many people just spiraling out for content. It's just like, okay, you ran your program off of not slamming no jumper this whole time. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you vented that one time on that live, and you kind of cleared the fact that you knew what you was making. You could have stopped any day, bro.
Right.
If this was about money.
Because the victim narrative is bullshit, and it was always bullshit.
Like,
because
you know
the truth is that
walking
I
up in
treated
that
those
bitch.
guys fucking good, and we were always open, always down to have conversations about whatever. And then as soon as they saw it as being a business opportunity that they could move on and that they felt like they didn't need it anymore, which granted they didn't. You know, they're doing fine for themselves now. As soon as that was an opportunity, they took it. But the victim narrative has always been bullshit. And now I also want to say,
It's safe to say that most of the plugs came from.
of course, every single guest that they had on that show, damn near, besides a couple, was like the bigger guests that they had, like were people that they met through this building. And
Come
shit.
on, man.
And okay, so this is the other thing that bothered me too, and I feel like House Phone don't got it in them to fucking say this or whatever. But I took so much shit for the fact that one of my editors accidentally left some shit in the podcast that exposed House Phone for having fucking hooked up with a trans woman or whatever. And then I see the clip of them chanting GPS or whatever, gay people shit, I believe is what it stands for, at House Phone on stage at the live show. So I'm like, all right, so you guys were perfectly happy to use the House Phone situation as an opportunity to make me look like I was a bad friend, even though you knew for a fact. And that was a moment on this podcast where I needed the team to actually have my back and acknowledge that I did not do anything with malice and that I had no intent to actually hurt House Phone. But then you're going to take it upon yourself to basically call him gay in front of the whole fucking audience at a live show like that. To me, that just made it so unbelievably transparent that the
House
shit
Phone
that they
was
were
there?
Yes, he was right there, and they're chanting this shit.
It's
Like,
Pride Month, and they trying to win over the gay fans.
I would go out on a limb and say there probably weren't too many gay people in the audience. All
sure.
I'm saying
100%
is that
it was a lot of
you
them.
know, it's like that to me was just corny as fuck too. And I feel like House Phone don't
Are you
got it
talking
in them to
about-
necessarily say
So
something
is
about
this
it.
this the live stream once again?
This was not even a live stream; it was like a live show.
show. Yeah, okay.
And they was yelling GPS.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And I mean, it's kind of weird for me to even like bring this up as if House Phone can't speak for himself. But to me, in that moment, it was just like, oh, okay, so you guys were perfectly happy to use that shit to try to make me look bad. But then meanwhile, at the same time,
He's embracing.
you think the shit is funny as fuck
Yeah.
and you're going to make jokes about it. Like nothing that I ever did put him on blast like that or I never tried to make him the butt of the joke or tried to make the shit into some funny shit.
Like I said, man. So he's embracing the fact that he did some gay shit, right?
House Phone?
Yeah.
No, I think he would rather keep it on the...
But he was there, right?
He was there, but he probably didn't
And
know
they
that they
were-
were going to chant some shit making fun of him like that.
Who started the chat?
I mean, I think
crowd.
T-Rail. Nah, T-Rail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, bro. He's embracing it. At this point, you didn't get on his ass. Yeah, get on his ass about it. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I feel
that's
like
what I
if
said. Live
anybody-
your truth. Live your truth, and the motherfucker will never have to out you.
I just feel like if anybody had a problem here, and I hate to even have to talk about this shit, but if anybody should have had a problem here and would have went on a slander fest, would have been House Phone. You know what I'm saying? He had, to me, I mean, I'm not here to call who's legitimate, who's not. Personally, I don't give a fuck, bro, because we moving forward throughout this whole mixture. But if anybody had any room to say anything, it was House Phone. And House Phone did nothing.
Right.
House Phone never said anything. House Phone kept that shit pushing. So, you know, I give him his respect for that one, homie. He could have went on a slander fest for months.
And because House Phone is at least real about it, because the last time I had a conversation with him is like he's acknowledging that throughout his life, who did more to help him out in his career and put him on and put him in front of people and stuff like that than me. That's just reality. And the truth is that all those other guys could pretty much say that too. Not all of them, but some of them could definitely say that.
The motherfucker sent you 7 warning shots. You had your chance to hit Adam up. Not several, it was several warning shots. You had your chance to hit the man up and say, hey, bro, if my bitch finds out about this, I'm going to be in some shit. Like, I probably did do, you know what I mean? Whatever, however you curve it. Leave that shit alone. You get what I'm saying? Like, Adam, please don't.
No, but he did have that conversation with me where he told me. Yeah.
He knew that the shit was loaded up.
Well, that we did the interview.
Yeah.
And then the editor forgot, whatever. China Mac forced me to relive all this. Last week's episode was like a fucking greatest hits episode from a TV show where they make you like fucking.
Like the reunion?
Yeah, like on The Simpsons where they like take a bunch of chunks out of like a bunch of other good episodes and then put it all back in another episode and make another episode out of it, because the truth is that like I felt like I was just repeating shit that I had already said multiple times on the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Which, you know, shout out to China Mac. He did what he could.
He did what he came for. And you know what I'm saying? It really was to clear up the shit though. I don't think he was trying to bash you, but it was like clear it up. He wanted you to take blame. No,
40 minutes.
This is the thing. He wanted you to say, yes, I was in the wrong for what I did.
Which I did.
And you know what I'm saying? And that was the bottom line.
Behind
with
it,
no buts.
no like, but you know.
But see, okay, this is the thing. But people like to say, take accountability, or that's what he was saying after I just explained. I'm spending like 20 minutes explaining the whole situation, breaking down every last detail about it. And then it's like, oh, you're not taking accountability. No, I'm explaining the situation in full depth because it is a complicated situation that apparently he needed another explanation for. And it's like, then that's apparently not good enough, which is to me just bullshit, because that just means that you don't think that like the truth is enough. Like if I'm explaining and breaking down the whole shit and telling you everything that happened, and then it's like, you're not taking accountability. No, within that explanation, I broke it down and said that I felt horrible about the way that it played out and I was sorry, yada, yada. It's just like, I don't know, that take accountability shit just seems like an excuse for people to not pay attention.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, with the house phone shit, live your truth. It's all I can say about it, because it's like, bro, I'm not even gonna go into depth. Live your truth, because I might say some fucked up shit.
We've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. Take advantage of weekly blackjack tournaments and a brand new collection of high-end games for a chance at real cash rewards. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action's in your hands. And the best part is you don't even need to wear pants. Your adventure at the MyBookie Casino begins today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code NOJUMPER. That's promo code NOJUMPER to secure yourself a sweet deposit bonus. And that's not all, because their revamped loyalty program ensures that you will be showered with rewards, including free spins, cashback offers, and a host of exclusive VIP perks. The more you play, the more you win. Play anytime, anywhere with the MyBookie Casino.
You get what I'm saying?
I want to say this even to them, because I know people are going to try to twist this shit today, what we've just said. It's going to be a whole bunch. It's going to be a whole conundrum. I really don't neither. But I look at it like this, homie. Hey, what's done is done. Increase the peace, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's all keep it. Let's get away from the bullshit.
Everybody,
because I'm personally tired of it, dog.
Same.
I'm tired of it. Like, when is it enough? Because I ain't said a motherfucking thing. I just keep the shit moving, man. Keep this shit pimping like I always known. I came from a one-man sport anyway. So when a nigga want to make a move, hey, man, man, that shit didn't hurt my feelings. I already expected.
You already know.
I already expect it. I have to do that. That's my defense mechanism. I have to have that already up that, hey, man, not everybody gonna be around. Nigga, you been losing friends since kindergarten.
What?
Nigga thought he was gonna know a nigga forever till that nigga whole family got up and moved. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
It's real shit,
You don't
man.
lose real friends.
You don't lose real
You
ones,
don't
bro.
lose real friends. Ain't amount of distance,
Like,
ain't
it's
amount
cool.
of time apart that could stop
ain't
a real
podcasting.
friend from being your real friend. Y'all could not talk your real friend. My real friends, I might talk to every 3 weeks. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
never sit
the
there.
motherfuckers that come around you every day, they benefiting off of you. You gotta watch them more. The ones that's with you every day, it's like you have nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? You're obviously it's something over here that's working for you. That's why you're my friend. You get what I'm saying? Let whatever brings you around every day go left. You're going.
And the truth is that what they're building is not gonna like succeed off of Diss and No Jumper. It's gonna have to succeed on its own merits. And I already see them dealing with a lot of the same exact shit that I had to deal with that was a little bit complicated from my end. I seen them arguing about who's pulling their weight and who's doing enough, et cetera, which is 100% stuff that we were having issues with over here. I seen them basically like, getting into it about, a lot of different stuff. I'm probably gonna get specific or anything. I see situations of just disrespect happening on there that people pointed out to me. And the reality is that like you got to focus on your own content. Like we're pumping out fucking crazy amounts of content out here. Yesterday was an amazing vibe in here. Me and Sharp just going back and forth doing shitloads of interviews and stuff. We had like
Getting
6,
it
7
in.
people did fucking interviews in here yesterday while we were all teaming up or shooting different shows that are about to launch on Snapchat and everything else. And I don't know. It's like I wish that we didn't even have to acknowledge it, because I would love for the winner and the loser of this shit to be judged by who's doing the most numbers or who's making the biggest dent in the culture. And meanwhile, we're getting talked about. I heard somebody say that we're a sinking ship. Well, at the lowest point that No Jumper has been at, we did 20 million views on YouTube between the main channel and the Clips channel.
Go get some buckets, nigga. We about to get ready to pour this motherfucking water.
In that month,
Go get us some
20
buckets,
million.
nigga.
And all I'm saying is that we are not far away from getting back to the point where we have more views on this channel
that shit.
than while they were still here. So once that happens, I am not going to be shy about it, and I am going to acknowledge, we just hit 40 million, which I believe actually when we hit 40 million was a little bit inflated because my man Sharp did a Blueface and Krishan interview that absolutely gassed the fuck out of the numbers that month. The truth is that if we even hit like 30 million or something, which realistically we're probably going to do by the end of July, I mean, then you kind of have to look at it and say, how is it a fucking sinking ship when we just did more views than while we had all these other guys who are getting paid?
Niggas would hate to see a bad month here.
Yeah.
They would hate to see what a bad month
And
looks
I'm
like
only
here.
talking about views. I'm not talking about money, because
I'm
if
just
we
talking
get
about
into
views.
money, it's going to be bad. Nobody wants to have that fucking conversation with me because it's different. And I've been tempted to say that. Don't fucking compare me. Don't compare me when it comes to that shit.
Talk your
You
shit.
took my brother's cereal off the fucking shelf the other day. It do hit different.
It hits different when the Durkios had to come down. That's all I'm saying. I don't know, man. Yeah, because I can't fully just get on here and act all braggadocious and talk about how great life is for me. Because the truth is that I could very easily spend the next 10 years of my life hanging out in luxury hotels in France like I just did on that honeymoon, and I would rather be in here inhaling Sharp's fucking cool smoke and smelling your green lean than be posted up living the lap of luxury, and that's just where I'm at.
Talk your shit.
Hey, fuck
and
you.
shout
This shit
me
purple
out.
today.
Like I said, hey man, if it's gonna be a competition or that's what we're doing, then fuck it, let's go to war.
Yeah.
Let's get it. I'm tired of like the bullshit and like the because I don't step on anybody. I don't do
they
nothing
always
but nigga,
say the strength is in numbers, man.
Hey,
You
homie.
said, listen, I bet you that it ain't no drama going on up here. I bet you don't nobody want to fight nobody. I bet you
Not at all.
everybody over here really got love for everybody.
Yeah.
That motherfucker scratch a nigga back if it need to be scratched. Not like that. No homo pause, all that shit. But at the end of the day, I bet you that this one of the smooth running buildings it throughout all the podcasting.
Oh, definitely.
No issues up here.
I don't know what was going on, but just coming in after all the shit that was going on and me hearing the sloppiness that That shit don't even go on.
I stayed out of
no
it, Bricc, baby. I stayed far
You
away
like
from
me.
it.
He
You
left
like
the group
me.
chat as soon as he could tell that shit was getting toxic. I gotta
cool,
give it to
bro.
you on that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
cool. I saw it coming a mile away. I'm like, I don't want to, because I don't want it to affect the relationship in office. You know what I'm saying? When you have to think about it, that group chat was like taking your work home.
It's like being in a group chat with the Taliban.
It's like taking your work home.
I promise you, like sometimes it'll be days that I won't even look at that motherfucker because it's just like even with no drama, it's like, all right, I'm not on internet shit today. I got to give one day just to, you know what I mean? And then I
your
go right
child.
back and I read
You wanna
everything.
go
But
have
it's
a
just
drink?
like,
You want to go have a drink? You want to go smoke a joint? Call me. You know what I'm saying? But putting that shit all in the text, like, I feel like it fucks with other people's lives a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like, hey, man, if you fuck with that person, go fuck
yeah,
with
see,
them.
I haven't seen
Let's
the drama
keep that
part.
shit
So it's
business.
like, it's not even
You're
drama
not
with me.
gonna
It's
see it.
just
You're not gonna
certain
see it.
events, it'd be like, okay, I'm going to wait to go in there because today it might be something that makes me want to go on the rant. Or it might be something, you get what I'm saying? So
That's I like that about you guys, and I also dislike it about you guys that the group chat that we're in is basically inactive. Like me and Remo will be setting topics, nobody responds. It's all right because like realistically, I like the fact that we just bring the energy to the podcast and shit. But there is like a lack of cohesion.
It's a lack. Yeah, it is. But
I'll get
one
on
thing
it
I
more
can
now.
say,
I'll get on it.
one thing I can say though is that I go over all of that shit. I might, Brick's the jack of all trades. I might be somewhere where I can't even be typing like that in my phone. I can't just be like this. It's shit going on. So I can't, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It'll be one day that I have to give to, because now I have a schedule. I'm not used to having a schedule.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
I always
Just
go look
like
at it when we need to.
Ever since I've been here, have I been in LA any weekend? Like how many weekends have I been in LA?
None that I know of.
My life's so fucked up. I gotta go because I do interviews and I do this and I do that. You get what I'm saying? like I'm transitioning to some. I was shooting a movie all last month. I'm talking about as soon as they find out I don't got a day at No Jumper, come down here, do voiceovers. Come down here, do this. Come and I'm enjoying that shit. And it wouldn't be possible if they didn't see my personality right here. You get what I'm saying? So all my hails and respect and accolades go to No Jumper as a whole, especially Mikey, Remo, and Flacco, because those dudes were voting.
in court, okay?
He
in
won't even
court,
let me
bro.
get my Mikey, Remo, and Flacco, because those dudes right there were voting for me heavy and telling me that I need to be on camera. You should do this. Even when I was like, man, I don't, you know what I mean? Them was the people on my ass. You know what I'm saying?
So we could just put a fucking end to that conversation. I'm glad that we had the conversation. Hopefully going forward, we don't necessarily have to have that conversation over and over. But I already talked about this on the Crip Mac and Destiny podcast, which might already be out by the time that this comes out. But I do have an announcement. I just want to break it to you guys so that you guys all know what's going on, which is basically...
You're quitting on us, bro.
I'm not quitting.
Shit.
I'm not quitting. But I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind.
All right, blow my mind then. It's early enough.
After 7 years with my girl, this is not the breakup conversation. I really might have sounded like that right there for a second. Yeah. After 7 years together, been doing porn pretty much the whole time, but we've gotten more and more deeper into the conversation or into the porn stuff. And after, many hundreds and hundreds of threesomes and stuff, we decided, we've been having this conversation for like damn near a year.
Okay.
She shot her first ever scene
Without you.
with another man. Over the weekend.
That shows growth.
That shows growth. Bro, but they get on your ass saying that you don't have it in you to disagree with me. So I'm going to use this as an example. Tell me how you really feel.
What about her? Listen, for the money, you don't want to hear what I'm talking about for the money, young.
I'm going to tell it
For the money,
regardless.
young.
Yeah.
I disagree. I could disagree with Adam if he told a lie. Like you try to stay away from bullshit on the podcast. It's like, all right, how I really feel is that I need my girl to go out and shoot a motherfucking porno solo scene so she can bring that bag back home. This is a business, nigga. This is business.
To me, it was kind of like, the reality is that her career has been, helped by me for sure, but also held back by me to a certain extent because of the fact that we would only shoot together. And
Take a man to realize that shit.
the number one thing that she gets asked, that she gets requested, whatever, is they want to see her shoot with another guy. And, we've kind of had the conversation over the years, and I started to come to this realization that the reason why I didn't want her to do it was not because of my own personal jealousy or anything like that. It was really just the fact that I didn't want to be the guy who got roasted on the internet that week. You know, I didn't want to be the one that everybody was making videos about whatever. And I slowly started to feel like that's kind of a stupid reason for me to hold her back from doing something that would realistically be very, very good for her career, you know?
Right.
Because the truth is that the guy that she shot with is somebody that I'm very cool with, that I spent time around. I trust him. When she went off to go do this shit, it didn't, you know, I wasn't like hurting inside, just knowing that she was doing. No, I stay home. I'm not being the driver.
I'm not watching or being the driver though. But at the end of the day, bro, like I said, I'm pretty sure Sharp got the same thing to say as me about that.
I don't know. Sharp's a little more misogynistic than you. Let's hear it, Sharp. What do you think when you hear this?
I look at it like this, man. You understand, and I'm just gonna be transparent. Both of y'all, time's ticking. You only got so much time in this industry. The porn star industry is like a good haircut. You could be here today looking good, gone tomorrow, and it's just over. You know what I mean? So I feel like do it and capitalize off it now while you have the chance to capitalize on it, and don't wait until shit starts to fall at an all-time low to say, okay, we'll finally do it. You got to hit it while it's high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it from a business perspective. Y'all already married, bro. That's your chick. She ain't going no motherfucker
nowhere.
She gonna cry talking about what are you talking about? You're leaving.
But that's part of it too, is that we already know that we're gonna probably have like another couple kids, and that this is just kind of like her doing what she can to make her OnlyFans go fucking crazy in the meantime, in the lead up to her basically exiting the game in a couple of years, you know? And that's why I didn't really want to be the one holding her back. And we even had that conversation, like even up to the moment that she left to go film the scene, she was telling me like, listen, I'll not do it if you don't want me to do it. If it's going to hurt you, if it's going to bum you out, then like, if it's going to really like make you sad and it's going to hurt your feelings, then I won't do it. And I told her like, just go do it. Just go do it. Because, and when I told her, I said, I got 3 rules. Don't kiss the motherfucker.
Period.
Don't let him nut on your face.
Oh, yeah.
No money shot.
And I don't want to feel like I have to be cool with you doing it over and over and over after this. I'm like, if I can't handle it, and it's going to be a one and done, then I want to have the right to kind of like make that call.
What if this like makes a crazy ass bag?
It will. Like, I already know that it will.
It's going to?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we have to still leave it the what ifs first. You know what I'm saying? We know this already. I don't want to jump the gun. But okay, let's say it. Fuck it, let's jump it. This shit's about to make fucking a crazy, ridiculous amount of money.
It'll probably make I don't want to say a number, but it'll be a significant amount.
In my mind, I think I kind of know the number too.
Because, I mean, she could go shoot it with a professional studio, but she knows that if she just shoots it for her own shit, that she good.
She's about to be good, bro.
Yeah.
She might pass you in breadwinner.
Because we had that conversation too, where she said, I don't know about that, but
you heard
that's one of the things she said to me. She's like, your shit is diversified. Like, you got a bunch of different income streams that are doing what they're doing.
Facts.
She's like, I got this one thing and then plug talk. And the reality is, is that if where was I going with this? If the reality is that she said, like, would you rather I not do this and you kind of like pay for, you know, more of the stuff? Because we're 50-50 on everything, right? Like the mortgage payments, everything. Like everything is 50-50. And she's like, do you want to like, would you rather have me just fall back on the porn stuff and just be a mom and we could just do that? Or would you rather me maybe dip my toe into doing this shit a little bit more seriously? I told her, I'm okay with it. Like I want to at least give it a try. I want to see if I can handle it. I want to see if it bothers me knowing that shit's out there. I don't plan on sitting down and watching the full half-hour scene or whatever.
If it did bother you, then what? What was your plan then?
See, that's what I was a little surprised that after she did it, it was like giving me a little bit of the bubble guts, like a little bit of the, I'm not 100% sure. Just that feeling. But to be fair, like she told me the same exact thing. Where the first time that I know, it's like the first time you catch a body, right? Like well, I hear. It's a little bit tough to stomach. No, but she told me like, or that the first time she saw me fucking another girl in front of her, it was hell. She was going through it. Like it was tough for her to watch me do that because she was so in love with me the first time she saw me fuck another girl in front of her. And now having done it hundreds of times, it's kind of whatever. It's not really hitting the same where it doesn't really bother her, you know? So I have now talked about this
from time to time.
I haven't, but this definitely kind of like opens the door to that more. But see, all right, this is the thing too, is that if I'm gonna shoot with other girls, it's not like I'm gonna shoot with like other girls that she doesn't know or whatever. Because me and her are in the same category. We don't trust girls. Like
Have you shot without her?
I have a couple times, yeah, but like not. We haven't like really made a thing out of it. I don't have my own OnlyFans, and it's definitely a possibility. Like when we're doing the panels and shit like that, there's definitely been girls where I knew that I could be like, "Hey, you tested? I'm tested. Like we could just go film something right now, and maybe I could just drop it on the Plug Talk DMs or whatever, and make X amount of dollars." But I'm kind of in the same situation that she's in, where neither of us wants to end up in a situation where one of these girls could say something about me. You know, like the best insurance policy that we got is that we always shoot together, so no girl could really say, "Hey,
that's real,
you did this, and this," which is like always the biggest worry, because realistically, like a lot of the girls in porn are mad cool, but then you got like 5 or 10% of them who are just fucking buck nutty and would just do whatever for the clout or the attention or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there so you guys could know that's coming. Well, they got to be tested no matter what. Yeah.
That shit's about to blow.
How can you prove that?
Congratulations, bro. In the back.
They gotta bring that yellow slip.
So I give that to
You bring the
early,
paperwork,
man,
you gotta be tested within
There's like 2 clinics in LA that you have to be tested by, and it goes in the system. And so every single time before we shoot something, we just send our tests over to each other, and they're up to date and everything. So
Is it on my chart?
no, I don't know what that is, but no.
My chart.
Shit.
What's my chart?
It's an app.
No.
It got all your medical history in it.
Nah.
No.
I ain't.
It's its own thing.
It's in
I
his
gave it a
database.
full thought before I responded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, let me think. Have I ever heard of
Yeah, so it's like I'm perfectly ready and happy to accept that I'm gonna have people fucking wilding out, dissing me, talking shit about it. I just wanted to like put my perspective out there. It's not like I'm 100% tough, made of steel. I don't give a fuck. She could fuck whoever she wants. She could do whatever she, no, it's not like that. It was a little bit of a challenge for me to like have her go off and do this one day and just have to like, be thinking about it and shit.
I think deep down inside you knew it was coming.
It wasn't as
Right? Like you knew one day it was going to come to that crossroad of like, are we going to take this approach or are we going to take this approach?
I would say it's been like 6 months that we've been kind of going back and forth, having the conversation a little bit here and there. And ultimately it was just like, you know what, if you're only going to be in this game for so long and you've been so cool about us shooting with 5 million fucking girls, and the reality is that her shooting with one dude is like infinitely more profitable than me shooting with 1 million more girls.
That's
that
gonna
it
be
just
a nice bag, Bricc, baby.
I understand.
He's happy to talk about it because he knows he's in the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
That's what I said.
this
For that
is gonna
money,
push this narrative though that I'm hurting since people left No Jumper. When the truth is that my financial situation has not really changed for
at all.
motherfuckers left. If anything, I'm cutting less checks that weren't really profitable at a certain point anyway. You know,
Oh, you popping
this
big
is
shit
not
today.
something that I needed to do. It's not something I needed to do. I see people acting like I'm stressing out about the mortgage payment, bro. I could go on hiatus for 6 months and keep paying the mortgage, and it don't really move the needle too much for me. You know, it's like I do want to stay away from that. People acting like I'm broke or whatever. It's like I'm fine.
Oh shit!
This is me, and I'm not the one making money off it. She's the one making money off it, so her bank account is going to be looking better that month, not
That
mine.
shit's
I'm not
gonna
participating
flourish.
in this.
Yeah.
First month.
Hey, you guys are eloped.
What's eloped? You just made up a word.
What is it called?
Elope
Elope.
with a P.
Not about eloping is when you like get married real quick, sneaky style, right? And you just dip off
What
and get
I'm
married.
telling you guys are one.
Yeah,
Once you did that, you're one. Whoever gets the money is you guys' money.
I know.
I mean, I know you guys
know
probably
this.
signed off all
You
type
know
of
this.
shit.
You tried to make it sound good for the cameras and say, hey, it's going to make her bank account look good. But watch that little transfer she hit you with later on that day.
Man, this bitch already booked us a vacation in Hawaii for fucking for like September or something.
Yeah, she already know it's coming,
Yeah.
bro. Like, let me go ahead
It's
and get this
time
out
to go.
the way. Hey, me personally, I respect it. I don't got nothing to say about it. And like Bricc said, that's some of my favorite words. Hey, man, business is business.
Yeah, business.
Period.
So everybody go to Freeland of the Plug on Instagram and sign up for the OnlyFans so you can make sure that you see it as soon as it drops. You dirty
That
motherfuckers.
shit about to flow. Hey, he know what it's about to bring. Hey,
What if you already signed up?
Oh Lord, Court.
Fuck Court, man.
Court.
Come on, dog.
Corey, you ain't missed the episode.
Hey, Bricc, I gotta ask you. I
feel
gotta
safe.
ask
Yeah,
you.
we know what the next topic is.
Hey, I gotta ask you. What's up with Charleston White saying, man, that he has something to do with some of your movies?
Break it down from the beginning. I want to hear all about that shit.
I want to know about
But
this.
he got to talk about him even having them pull up on him. And we're using advanced techniques. This is a real deal.
This is some real shit. I'm like,
listen, let's
light my joint up. I gotta hear this one, Jack. For
light up
real.
a couple cools right now.
That's what I said. Let me light up a cigarette. Shit. Listen, bro.
Light up a bull.
Bull.
A pack of bulls.
This is just for my joints.
Hey, look, right? So, the feds. Was somebody at my door to say it was the feds? I'm just trying to figure out, where do people get this? The feds came to get Bricc, baby, the FBI. So first and foremost, Charleston White. Shout out Charleston White for being funny.
He's a
nigga.
funny guy.
Yeah, man. Shout out Charleston
a
White
funny
for being
nigga.
funny.
Nigga had a badge.
Yeah, the nigga had the special. Listen, bro. Adam knows that I was in LA County. Personally, Adam knows. I bailed out from 77th Street Precinct. You know what I'm saying? On the gun charge. So listen, the shit was crazy though. And we'll get down to the shit that was going on. I don't really want to speak too much about what they, you know what I mean? We'll get to it though.
We have done enough self-snitching on this podcast. We're going to have to rein it in at some point.
Yeah, we got to stop.
I just wanted to know about the Charleston White joint. That was all,
No, we going to get to it because everybody want to know, and I ain't posted nothing. I ain't said nothing.
At
And
all.
you know what I'm saying? Adam being my real brother, I just held it down till I got right here because there's no point in even, you know what I mean? Y'all want to see something. Y'all gonna
You
have
gave
to
it to
pay
Cam
for it.
Capone
You know what I'm
first.
saying?
I would have been like, damn,
Hey,
bro.
look, hey. Hey, you know Cam. I don't got no contact. You know he's reaching though.
Oh,
You know he ready for it.
Shout out to Cam Capone.
Yeah,
I
shout out
watch
my
his
boy.
shit all the time.
No. I already know. You just always make fun about me and him having great conversations where our clips always go crazy.
Because sometimes I feel like I ask you like respectful questions, and then I watch his shit, and I'm like, damn, I could have asked
Yeah,
that
you
too.
coulda
But
asked that.
But you haven't actually done one with him since you started being here full time.
I ain't did because we right here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not nothing against him. If he come with definitely yesterday's price isn't today's price. And motherfuckers don't want to accept that. You get what I'm saying? Not Cam. I'm not saying that, but it's a lot of people that just like, hey, bro.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to cost a little bit more because I could just bring it here and I just get my views.
When a nigga know he got something exclusive, hey, he know he got something exclusive.
You get what I'm saying?
You gonna keep
So
it,
look,
like, for
man,
the
it's
best buy.
5:45 a.m.
I know it.
5:45 a.m. Mind you, I have a newborn. So, well, she's not a newborn anymore, but I have a baby. We just give her some milk, you know, to wake up in the middle of the night. So this is probably like 30 minutes after that. The milk wake up in the middle of the night. So mind you, I'm coming on the news, so I got YouTube playing till I go to sleep. I'm studying shit. I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm making myself better at what we do up here. You get what I'm saying? The fucking YouTube is playing. So mind you, I don't hear my Ring camera going because I fell asleep, so I hear a noise on the phone. I'm obviously used to this noise already. So now I don't hear my Ring going off. All I hear is boom, 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 boom. Zaire Mitchell, come out with you. I'm like, are they fucking serious? I'm like, why are they here? Like, I look at I'm like, man, fuck that. So immediately I try to get my game together because I don't want to speak too much. So I go to the back porch. When I go to the back porch, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's beams on me. So when the beams come out, I'm like, boom, I fall on the ground. I drop whatever it was, cause you feel what I'm saying? Boom. I crawl back in the house. When I crawl back in the house, a drone comes in my slide door.
You said Adam would have spent this much money on this.
On a prank or something? Yeah.
I said, so when I see, but mind you, the SWAT team now wears fucking army fatigue. You get what I'm saying? So mind you, I see army fatigue with beams.
It look like military to
I'm
you.
like, man, what the fuck? So I'm like, hey. So the drone's tracing me around the house. I'm like, bro, what
They
the
had
fuck?
a
I'm like,
drone?
is this a prank? I'm like, is this the real police? I'm like, Adam did not spend this much money on a fucking prank, bro. So I'm like, cause I'm just thinking, I'm like, did I get swatted? Did I, like, you get what I'm saying? But I'm like, how would, I don't even go live. They don't have my coordinates. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, all right, let me put on some pants. Mind you, I'm running around in drawers and shit.
I would have let him in with the underwears on.
Listen, bro, hell
Whoever's on the
no.
draw
You
was
going to
probably
jail
like,
just like that.
Hey, whoever's on the draw,
He's
like, look at this
chasing
nigga
me.
in draws.
Listen, he's chasing me. He chases me into the closet. He's dope with the drone. He's hitting corners. Like, I'm trying to tell you, this shit's like a fucking movie. So, boom. When I get to the closet, I'm putting on my pants. So now, I don't know, I guess they flew through the shit, so they see everything inside the house. So I'm like, let me put on, they like, fuck no. I'm like, let me put some shoes on. They like, hell no. Open the door. So when I open the door, I'm like, all right, I'm coming out. Back up. I'm coming out. I'm like, so now I pop the door. When I pop the door, it's a speaker talking to me with a red and blue light on it. So I'm like, oh, this is a fucking prank or somebody trying to rob me. So now I close the door back. I'm like, this ain't the real police. Boom. While I'm closing the door, they fire off a flash round. When I see it, I kick that motherfucker. It blow up on my foot. It burnt up my nuts and shit.
For real?
Bro, like my stomach, all that shit. It's like felt like an air. Have you ever been into an accident and the
Airbag.
popped?
No, actually.
You heard about it though?
Impact.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So like that burn that gives you from the gunpowder or whatever the fuck's in there, it's like a baby fucking M80. So when they shoot it, so I kick it back out, so it blows up on me and the officer. So I close the door on there. I'm like, y'all not the real police. They're like, open the fucking door. Then they start kicking. So mind you, I didn't see nobody at first. I guess they shot it from the side or wherever the fuck they were at because I couldn't see nothing. There's duct tape over my camera. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not even scrambling for the phone. It's
They
like
did that? They put duct tape over it? Wow.
Yeah. So long story short, I opened the door. I'm like, all right, I'm coming out. It's a kid in here. Stop blowing up shit. Like, it's like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? So when I open it, boom, they take me out. They get to searching the house. So I get booked for firearms. You know what I'm saying? I get booked for firearms. When I go down there, I don't really want to talk about what was going on and because it was bigger than what it is. But at the end of the day, everybody on this internet, everybody that's on the internet, they listening to everything, they watching everything that y'all got going on. They watching us and you downplay it, because I'm one of them. Oh, woo, woo. From the lingo. They don't. If you successful, you cannot glorify being a gangster. They're not letting, I don't know if it's like they think that we're building another militia or whatever, but it's just like a motherfucker that went through fucking Vietnam or whatever the case is. And he serves his little tour of Vietnam and then he finally, you know what I'm saying, gets his honorary discharge. And you get what I'm saying? Now he gets to talk about the fucking shit that used to go on.
Yeah, straight up.
It's an art.
How be feeling about it.
It's an art, bro. Like at some point they have to separate the shit that I'm saying because I very rarely give praise to the gangbang. When I'm joking with Crip Mac, it'd be the most like hood that I'm being. Like I ain't just on there like, oh yeah, we the Lokes and we do this and this is what goes on. I'm just telling you, like, yeah, I live that. I used to live this life. You get what I'm saying? And this what used to go on when I lived this life. And this story tell. You get what I'm saying? It's not. I've never went in depth about nobody else's cases. I've never went in depth on none of my cases unless they were closed or you get what I'm saying? Like nobody knows exactly what happened when I got caught with that weed in fucking college. You just know it happened. You know what I'm saying? I've never just told shit like that to make it to where, oh yeah, it's cool to be this type of person because I'm pushing it's cool not to be. You get what I'm saying? I'm pushing that this shit is washed up. look at all these snitches that are calling shots around here. Look at how you can sit on the stand and still live. Look how you could, motherfucker, be around. You get what I'm saying? You can do certain shit, sex offender, and still be around gay. We don't play that. You get what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit was cool. Now, all of a sudden, the streets is watered down. It's more paperwork. Like, listen, I don't know if you know. You might know. You not from the West Coast to know. It's more special need yards, which are PC yards. They're not called PC yards out here. There's more S&Y yards than there is general population now.
Really?
Oh, word?
The S&Ys are like 65 to 70% of the inmates in California. Whether they rolled it up over drug debt, it's easy to go S because you can't play no games in jail. So you get what I'm saying? Like, if you get too far in debt and you can't pay it, it's either your life or roll it up. When you roll it up, you got to debrief. You automatically are discredited from being anything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are in there over shit like that and new allegations from jail. Then there's snitches over there. Then there's sex offenders. There's all this shit. Then there's people that just tapped out on the gang life and no longer want to program with the homies no more because this shit got a nigga away from their kids. It got, like, just, look, if this what it take, put me on the other yard, let me do my time, I'll be home, and I'll never do this shit again. I'm talking about with no smut on their name. You get what I'm saying? But it's 75%. This shit watered down. So when I speak on it, I really like, all right, yeah, I'm from over here. This is where I grew up at. But if I had the advice to a young dude, like I told Ja Morant, you don't want, well, it's not, was I trying to recruit him? If that's the case, if I was on some extortion shit, you get what I'm saying, or the shit that they think that we're on, the negativity, like, oh, you're a big gangbanger and you're using a platform to grow the gang. Why would I turn down Ja Morant?
But I'm seeing you, like, were the cops, when you told me the cops are having conversations with you behind the scenes, and I was kind of proud to hear that my name was brought up multiple times. And that he said that even the guy who was checking him in, that he's like, guess you ain't doing the podcast tonight.
Yeah.
He's like, you better hit up Adam, tell him you can't record today.
Because I'm so trying to curve conversation. Let me get to the fun shit. That okay. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because it was all funny shit going on.
And he's like, oh, the little Mexican guy checking me in was like, man, you ought to hit up Adam. Have him let you hit one of them porn stars that be coming through. I'm like, these fools are just, you're in like the worst mental state possible, and they're just clowning you.
He's doing my fingerprint.
Subscriber.
For sure, 100%. He's on Plug Talk.
He copping the Len of the Plug BBC scene for surely.
Listen. He's doing my fingerprints, gang. He's like, hey, Adam, don't be letting you hit that shit sometimes. Like, he don't be throwing you nothing off the show.
That would be so hard if when we were recording Plug Talk, I was able to be like, hey, man, you got to go suck up Sharp.
Yeah.
Go get Bricc Baby some top.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. Nah, I'm sorry, Corey. I can't do that to him.
We ain't never,
Corey's been waiting.
But we have never been on none of that shit in this building. Like, that ain't even what we on when we come here.
No, that's what I told him.
My mindset. Adam's gonna have a bitch ready to suck me up or give me some bread or whatever. We don't do that shit around here.
That's creepy in the workplace because everything in here is business right there.
The closest thing I've seen was when Flush spit in a girl's mouth. Carmen Karma, shout out to her.
Fucking disgusting.
That was on camera, though, right?
I could have missed that info.
But just imagine how creepy it is that when they getting dressed.
That was the old teeth.
Because you know. When y'all getting ready for set.
For real?
Yeah.
Carmen, hey, I'm going to tell you this. You are one nasty bitch. You are fucking, that bitch is sinister.
Well, she got a new butt since then.
Yeah.
She got her
I'm trying to go jiggle it around.
Oh, I thought she got asshole reconstruction. I thought Crip Mac nigga
might
went in there and pull them ass cheeks out.
On something else.
I fucking interviewed Moneybagg Yo's artist Tripstar yesterday, and I forgot to mention her trying to offer Moneybagg $100K to fuck.
I remember that.
I would have loved to get his thoughts on that.
She was trying to buy dick?
She was trying to buy Moneybagg Yo's dick for $100K.
I tell Ari, like, look, I give you the 100. I'm gonna go hit the bitch, but then it's pointless.
Ari not gonna
I
be
got
happy
pimped
about
on.
that,
Nah, it ain't. Then it's pointless.
So okay, give us a little bit more details about this.
But at the end, okay, so
I just cut my fingernails mid
I watched
podcast. You guys
I watched
notice that?
I watched that. I was just
Disgusting
looking.
as well,
I'm like,
bro.
is that
I
a
just saw
fucking?
what you have really going on. I'm like, what the fuck?
At first, I was dropping them on the ground, and then I was like, "Wait, I gotta sit here the rest of the day. That's disgusting." You know, you just have that moment when you realize that they're long as fuck. Actually, I'm sure that you've felt that a million times throughout your life because you could snort a whole kilo off of those
Hey,
things.
And I'll tell you this, bro. These motherfuckers grow fast. I'll cut them. We can document them. I can cut them off right now, bro. It's gonna be back the same in a week.
Yeah, that's pimping.
That's a healthy guy.
I just got
Yeah,
I just
pimping.
got man, iron calcium, brother. Iron
Taking his
calcium,
vitamins.
dig? I'm just iron calcium, man.
All right.
So, they did ask about my boy too. They like, I forgot to tell you that, but we was at the LAP. They like, so who's the Mexican cat on there? You know, the one that
Of
talks
course,
crazy. Yeah.
fucking
The one
course.
that talks crazy. I'm like, man, you know, I don't say no names. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, shit. Obviously, if you watch it and don't know his name, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's a cool brother though. I'm like, I
Who's
think.
they called him the Mexican?
Mexican.
Oh,
He's the
hell
fucking
no.
Mexican.
Always with this shit.
Did they ask about my fentanyl?
Fucking nut, bro.
They for damn sure didn't ask about. So they did have
Yes.
perks. They did have perks on the. It was perks on the table. They're like, oh, fentanyl. I'm like, oh, you're gonna be so mad. Can you put those back in the jar right there
Right.
with my name on it and leave those alone?
You had perks, your name on it with the cops.
all the time. That's why I'm like, you can't say I get prescribed. I got shot in the neck and all that shit. All that shit, leave that in the cabinet.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to leave that. So if you take it, then you in trouble.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? They were so pissed off. They like, well, we're testing it for fentanyl right now. I'm like, well, test it for fentanyl right now, you fucking bitch. They were so fucking mad that I was so cool. Like when I came out, it just was what it was, and it was like, of course, it was more to the story. So it just was like the shit that they were repeating, like, oh, they were repeating, my boy, Bricc baby good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know, because I'm like, where y'all know? How the fuck y'all know I live right here? They like, oh yeah, you know, Bricc baby's good in
But
the
on
hood.
file, they ain't
You
even
know
your
what I'm saying?
name. Like they over here calling you something completely different.
Listen, even gang file, everything they got is
Crazy.
internet. Bricc baby and Big Shitty. If you go through 77, all my monikers say Baby Shitty or Little Shitty on there. They fucked up in that manner, so I got 2 monikers up under that shit. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm all 3 of these people. Y'all just trying to just fuck me up. Like, so now is Big Shitty, fucking Bricc baby. But long story short, they like, oh yeah, Bricc good. Everybody know where he live at. Cuz been from over here. You get what I'm saying? Reciting shit that's been on YouTube. I'm not gonna say who name it was, but I think you know. And I just for the sake of everybody, you know what I'm saying? But the big guy, you know what I'm saying? The big boxer guy. You know what I'm saying? My boy. But
Yeah, that's
at
crazy.
the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're reciting shit that's all internet shit. Like,
Felt like you're doing another Cam Capone interview.
nah, I didn't do no interview. So this is what it was. I didn't get interrogated. Like, I didn't really answer too many questions, but they were trying to go around the fact of showing me the warrant. So I told them, like, the shit that y'all asking, and for you to kick in this door and get a warrant for this door over here where I was at is crazy. For you to have a warrant for my truck, you get what I'm saying? That's even crazier, because none of this shit comes back to the Bricc. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's bigger than what's going on. For y'all to know exactly what was in my living room is crazy.
Right.
Like, if y'all know, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what y'all coming for. Like, on the shit, it say high power rifles and all this shit. It's these scary niggas that's playing both sides and pulling up trying to be my friend. That's what the scary part is. You get what I'm saying? It's these scary niggas that's trying to play both sides, trying to be my friends, and then go back and you really a cop. Or whatever you doing, you might not even be a cop. You might go have a conversation with a nigga that's an informant. You get what I'm saying? But you guys are letting informants kick it. And you guys are still chopping hood business. Like, it's no point of nobody doing this shit no more. Like, at the end of the day, because my case is open, I would love, like once it's over with, I would love to share what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, bar for bar. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I was advised not to go into detail from my counsel. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to really You know what I'm saying? It's not the best thing for us, but they were definitely Adam. Adam gonna let you fucking sit here. He gonna bail you out. And shout out Adam. Shout out fucking Adam, nigga, because they took like 30,000 cash out my house. So that shout out Adam, because definitely I didn't have my bank cards. I definitely couldn't get to Apple Pay nothing to pay that cheap ass bond. You get what I'm saying? But guess who did it without a motherfucker? I couldn't even get out the fucking bail price. I said 35. Where do I send it to?
Yeah, straight up.
You get what I'm saying? Because and all these people, like, fuck all that. He's trying to buy a black slave and he's trying to.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Did you
tired of
hear?
that shit,
Did you
bro.
see it in the fucking comments?
I get
No.
tired of
On
that
your
shit.
page. I'm like,
Really?
what the fuck? I'm like, all right, so what about the other slaves that motherfucking had escaped already and ain't came back to get their compadre? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, well,
Sometimes
shout out the slave owner then, nigga.
Sometimes I think people don't know what slavery is, because slavery kind of entails that you can't leave. You're not being paid. And like in reality, we have a business arrangement. You get paid to be here and you're here of your own volition, and we're friends. And the reason
we
why
doing shit that we like to do.
and the reason why I was happy to
motherfucking day.
pay that shit was because I need you back on the podcast. Like I respect what you bring to the platform and shit. That's not me bailing you out, is partially as a friend and partially as a businessman that is doing business with you. You know, like
and then
realistically.
it's like okay, had I called. It's only a handful of people that I know would have
No, you
just
coulda hit
jumped
me,
for
bro.
me. No,
Same
I
movement.
didn't have to go no further.
You didn't have to
I
go
had
no
him.
further.
I fucking it was. I was on the phone
glad you ain't
with
called
shout out Milk. Shout out Milk for middleman and being my
different
middleman. Not Milk. Every time I say Milk, I don't even know that Milk.
But the fucking fans at home probably don't really know that you have a white homie
shout
also
out
named Milk.
Fam, FAM Milk. My boy, he used to be the biggest troll in the city. You know what I'm saying? When we used to be back in the day, he introduced me to Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? I might be the reason that Bieber house got hit.
I was just watching a Patrick CC video about Justin Bieber and how, like, yo, there's mad videos. Like, you remember Jenny McCarthy from back in the day? She was on what was it, Singled Out? She was like an MTV VJ and everything like that.
Jenny McCarthy.
Bro, Justin Bieber was like 14 years old and he like wins an award at the MTV Awards or some shit. And she fully just smooches him on the neck. She's grabbing his ass. He a little boy. And then she did an interview about it afterwards where she was like, yeah, I molested him. Everybody go to Patrick CC's channel and watch this video about Justin Bieber. The way that the industry was doing him dirty and sexualizing him and shit. And then shout out Bootleg Kev, because Bootleg Kev was drinking lean with him and shit back in the day. You can look up a No Jumper clip talking about that. He wasn't actually drinking lean with him. He was just hanging out around him and shit. And he was drinking hella lean back then.
I used to sip with Beebs.
See, you're not even bothered to deny it.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, fuck that shit. Nah, because everybody, motherfucker, why I'm denying that shit? You got act shut down. Like, nigga, everybody got drugs. Like, nigga, fuck all that.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm not denying that.
But did you ever see
I
this
ain't give a
clip
fuck
where
about no-
Justin Bieber is in the hood copping drugs in like a random ass bodega looking ass spot, and the dude who's serving him, or maybe it's just a random guy, he's filming him and he goes, "Hey, Justin Bieber in the trap buying drugs, MS gang fool, bro," like fully puts him on blast. I could not believe that shit. And you
That's
see Justin
crazy.
Bieber like, God, like just immediately realizing this shit's going to TMZ.
Yeah, for
I wonder
sure.
what he was getting.
I'm telling you,
heard
this
he was
Patrick
with another-
CC video fire.
Listen.
I heard he was with another female celebrity when he was getting it.
He might. I don't know.
She's the one that probably took him to the
She's the
spot.
one
She
that
knew where
probably
the
took him
spot
to the
was at.
spot.
Really?
But look, at the end of the day, that was his past. He doing what he doing now.
Yeah, he cleaned up his ass.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, the crazy part is the first time I went to Justin Bieber's house, he had the security hiding behind the Escalade. He had another one, like, behind the wall and all of this shit
Ready to just pop out at any minute?
at any minute. But he
Really?
wanted me at the house. He wanted to talk about all this fucking gang shit. Like, not like that, but just, like, ask me questions. I'm like, bro, I didn't come up here for no shit like that. Once again,
Bieber's from 6'0"?
once again, hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Nigga, a
Hell
cop.
no.
He would have been a
But
good
look,
addition.
No, the crazy part is when I tell you I posted a story of me leaving Beeb's house, coming down the hill, and that was like at 3:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not, we could get Milk on the phone. At 6 a.m., them people was over there.
Really?
That was the last time I kicked it with them. Like that last day. I don't
So what
know.
are you saying? What do you think happened? You think the feds were watching you?
No, it's a coincidence. Hell
okay,
no.
okay.
The feds wasn't watching me. I'm just saying, like, the day like, I only went over there like 2 or 3 times. So the last time that I went over there, I'm telling you, like, I leave 3 hours later, and I kid you not, you can ask anybody, like the cow dudes
Who
and
hit
all the
it?
dudes.
Police or
Twist.
detectives?
Was it Lil Twist that used to be over there? Or
Yeah.
it was,
That was his man's, right?
yeah, so you can ask
Who
any
hit
of
it?
them.
Was it some regular ass police or was it some detectives? Bad
No, I
sucked
think
in the shirt?
Calabasas police for egging the houses and driving the cart too
see.
fast. He was
Yeah, that's some
vandalizing.
bullshit.
Remember, he was
Yeah, that's some
vandalizing at the
bullshit.
time.
That ain't nothing to do with
Right
it. It's
now.
not man. for
I love
real.
seeing him like
I'll
the
never-
sig with the drum.
I never listen. I'll never wear pants when I bet on my bookie.
Really? You in the crib butt naked? You chill naked in the crib? Let's talk about how we chill in the crib.
Nah, I'm ethies. I'm into ethies.
I get home from work and I put on sweatpants.
I put
I'm just
on
gonna be
basketball
real.
shorts.
The jeans, it's like I'm allergic to wearing jeans. As soon as I get home, I have to put on something
Yeah,
comfortable.
that's home.
That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
me. I don't
yeah,
know what
me
it
too.
is.
I put on basketball shorts.
Sneakers
real.
off.
I buy comfortable jeans, so like I'll come home normally and put on some sweats, but like I don't really have to. Like if I'm doing something else, I don't feel uncomfortable at the time. Like I'll just hop in some sweats when I can.
Hey,
you know?
shout out
straight dick and
Amiri, because
balls.
Amiri has the best fitting jeans in the world. The
Really?
motherfuckers stretch. They do
But see,
everything you need.
I feel like the stretchy ass, like high fashion pants like that, like if you wear them too long, they start to feel kind of oily
Nah,
and
not
gross and
those
shit.
though.
No,
Not those. You can wear Amiris with no belt for like sweating and all that shit.
You
I
don't
brought
even
some
gotta
Trues
wash
one
them.
time.
I ain't
See,
gonna lie.
Trues.
Trues don't
purples
count.
are
I got the
uncomfortable.
these are too. That's why I
Them
got
purples
purple.
is uncomfortable to
These,
me. I got a
'cause
few, but
some of them are like you gotta know which ones you grabbing though. You me like them purples, they be stiff to the motherfucker sometimes, and you can't. But like
only
the
brand I ever
regular ones-
seen that's got a 31 and a half in the waist. Like some shit.
31 and a half?
Like they do like 30, like
They not
32,
missing no
33.
plays.
They don't miss no plays. Like, you know how like it'll go from 32, 34, 36. Like it always jumps up 2 sizes.
Yeah,
Man, they do like every motherfucking size. You can go there and get a 35.
Yeah, I wear a 33.
that's a deluxe experience.
All the jeans I wear sell 33s though.
I got a
Instead of,
question. You put out a story that was basically saying like, don't hit me up if you want to, get protection or if you want to get your jewelry back or whatever the fuck over BT weekend. Who got booked this weekend? Anybody get their shit taken or what?
I don't have my phone.
Oh, so you really don't even know?
I don't have my phone, so it's like I feel like that video fucked me.
Really?
I feel like they thought I was on some bullshit. I was saying in the video, everybody's like, "Oh, you're promoting robbery." No, I'm promoting don't call the Bricc to get your shit back.
If I'm not mistaken, go to Twitter and search Bricc Baby, and you'll see like I think that video was reposted and kind of went viral of people talking about it on Twitter, which I know you ain't on Twitter. And
They signed me out.
But meanwhile, like the reason why they're talking shit is because they're basically saying like, you don't see white people saying this kind of shit during the Country Music Awards or whatever. But meanwhile, you're a black guy and you're talking about how basically like they're taking that video as if you're saying that you're going to get people robbed or that
Yeah,
you're
like
picking on black
when
people.
did I say that? I said it's a couple people that when I see you know you bet. I wasn't talking about no fucking robbery. It's a couple people that need to be slapped that ain't been in the city in a second.
Somebody said that Blink 182 needs to check in.
They have nothing to do. First of all, I wasn't saying check in. I was saying do not check in. That's what I'm saying. Where do you get that from? I was telling you do not. I'm off deck. Do not call me. I don't want to hear about you getting robbed. I don't give a fuck. If my people know who robbed you, listen, move right. Keep your pistol, your security guard, get in and out of where you going. You know what I'm saying? That was like a little preparation talk. And it was like me drawing the line in the sand for the motherfucking BET Award friends that come around once a year in June and just be Bricc babied out. And then when I need you, do the same shit that Act was tripping off of. That's what that was about. You know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers who need me, but as soon as I need you and it don't be no money, it be some shit that involves your talent, just like you asked me for my talent. You get what I'm saying? And the motherfucker that you can't pick up no more. It ain't even, like half the time it don't even be features. It be like little shit
It be
that
some
I be,
bullshit.
yeah, like some
That's
little
why
shit
when
I'm
get-
calling you for.
That's why when you get into a different space, you got to understand like what people really are around you for. Because I see it all the time. People will call you and see what you doing, not how you doing.
Not how you doing.
You know what I'm saying? They don't give
I
a fuck
posted
how
that
you
in my
doing.
story the day
You know what I'm
before.
saying?
Why that didn't go viral? I posted that like nigga never said how are you when they called me. I said the same exact shit. Like nobody ever said, hey, what's up?
Doing.
How you doing?
And just
Not
want to know
what
if
you
you're doing
doing
better than them.
Yeah, not what you doing, how you doing.
Yeah.
You
That's
get what
one
I'm
thing I
saying?
feel like is bad for my career as a hip hop influencer or whatever, is that I don't just keep these fake ass friendships going with people, you know, and I see how people in the industry are mad good at keeping these little
fake shit.
the fake connection
That shit's
going
crazy.
with people. I
That's
don't
what
really do
fucked me
it.
up.
I won't talk to a motherfucker for a couple years and just assume that we cool. And if I see you around or if I need to holler at you about something, it is what it is. But like I see people in the industry who are so good and they put so much work into sucking the dick of important people just so that they can like, you know, say that that's their homie or get invited to a party
crazy.
or whatever.
No, it's crazy because like I'll see like a group of superstars that I put together. Like, you know, your first feature with that dude was because you called my phone and I got him in the studio with you, right? It's like you're out having fun, doing all this shit. Like, oh, once you get in, it's fuck Bricc Baby. You get on the fuck Bricc Baby chain because you might get around one artist that's cracking. That's like, hey, yeah, just don't call Bricc Baby. Don't let Bricc come around. And it's like, oh yeah, fuck that nigga. He ain't no millionaire like us. Like we just gonna go have fun.
I've been through that.
With you want to say with who?
Nah.
This nigga.
He's down bad now.
Yo,
He said he's down bad.
I got a question. We didn't get a chance to get into this last week because we were doing the China Mac interrogation, but the Gunna album. I personally,
Yes.
I've heard people shitting on it. I've heard people saying they didn't come hard enough or that it's repetitive or whatever. I personally liked it a lot and I enjoyed it really more than like maybe I can't say I enjoyed it more than like every other Gunna project in the past, but I enjoyed it from the sense that like lyrically he was really talking about some shit. Which
Y'all
that
know
was
straight business is business too.
that was always my problem with Gunna shit in the past is that for me to listen to a 60, 70 minute project that
All
is
the way through.
almost entirely about drip and about having chains and all this kind of shit. I appreciated hearing him actually talk about something that had some emotional substance
Some
to it,
real
even
shit.
though I think a good critique of the album is that it wasn't really like a coherent message because he's kind of saying that he didn't snitch. He's kind of saying like, well, y'all snitched too. He's kind of like, it felt like a mixed message.
It's
Gunna dropped, Thugger dropped and did
also
110.
business is
He did
business.
110
And
to
Gunna
his
did
83.
85, yeah.
83.
83, okay.
yeah.
83.
Shout
Gunna
out
was better.
business is business. But Gunna, listen what I'm telling you. Any person that gets hated on, I knew you was gonna like the album because what he's talking about is the motherfuckers that was here.
Yeah.
Like fuck all the cool shit. Like y'all that was here, like supposed to be supporting me and all this shit. Like outside of this, y'all not even coming to check with me about what happened before you guys go against me. It's like everybody just unfollowing me. It just became a fashion to unfollow Gunna, and then it's you get what I'm saying? Like all type of shit had started popping off. Like nobody calling all the other wives. Nobody goes as hard on the other people that took this plea deal. You get what I'm saying? And then he's rapping that niggas is really talking. And
But in
as a
YSL, let me ask
podcaster, as a podcaster, I'm just talking. So this isn't me putting my like free slime because like period.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with
what
the plea.
name comes behind Thugger in YSL? What you think
Gunna.
of Thugger? And
Gunna
you
by
think
far
Gunna
the
for
biggest
sure.
star, yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
why
saying?
it's
So
easy to forget about
that-
Unfunk because
and that's
we
why
ain't
it's
listen to
easy
him like
forget
that.
about all them dudes.
But
no
it,
offense to none
but
of them,
but no,
nothing
but
love
what
to
I'm
them,
saying
all this
is
shit.
no, they wasn't slamming them. They wasn't unfollowing these dudes. Like these dudes was still popping out. Like this dude.
I wasn't following
got arrested.
Unfunk.
He got arrested on Cleveland Avenue. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what he's pointing to. Then he like, have you niggas know that if I pull up on you, you're not even gonna be on that smoke shit. That's why he was talking about. I know y'all been hearing about the niggas I've been pulling up on pressing. You get what I'm saying? Like
Do you believe that he pulled up and pressed anybody?
I listen.
It's kind of hard to imagine. No?
It's not hard to imagine. I just don't want to get into no examples.
I don't really imagine Gunna having time or being on that at this point in his life. I don't think that would be a great idea.
Everything going down the drain, I'm on fuck shit. What you mean? If I see you while this shit is going on, I am completely going left. I have nothing to lose.
You think he got a list in his head of everybody who ever said anything about him on the gram?
Yeah.
Definitely. It's probably in his phone.
I feel like I'm a little different though because when I was getting fucking mercilessly attacked over a bunch of bullshit a few months ago, at a certain point, like yes, I care about making sure that I don't continue to fuck with people that had bad things to say about me in that moment. But I also just check out of it at a certain point and just kind of stop paying attention because I just don't feel like it's good for me to be thinking
hasn't
about
taken
that.
not one interview about the situation. This was his interview.
Yeah, it's like
It's like,
Tory
listen
Lanez
to this.
tactic. Remember when Tory put out a whole album about shooting the bitch in the
Yeah,
foot?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you want to hear about it, come stream this.
Fuck with the project so I can make some millions.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that you got to look at it for what it is. Why did they drop Business the next week? Like, what was that about?
I know they dropped the Thug project. It was like Thug was ready.
He was ready,
because that's
bro.
an old
But
ass
it's both
album.
under
He
300.
was
You
ready.
get what I'm saying?
He was ready, bro.
I know Thug, me personally, if that wasn't AI, I know the whole purpose was
You
to drop
didn't
it the same
feature.
day.
Listen, you didn't
wasn't.
feature
I doubt
one
it.
Gunna track on that album. That speaks volumes to
Oh,
me.
of course
Period.
not. They're
Like,
gonna take
for
that
you-
shit right off.
For
Come on,
you
bro.
to not have nobody
but
on there.
look at somebody need to buy Slime about that 300 deal as soon as he come home.
And then talking to Dirk and Baby about man.
But do you believe that? Do you think that was AI, or you think
Nah,
that was
because
real?
I don't want to speak too much on it, but I don't give a fuck. No, that I know his lingo, I know his cadence of talking.
Okay.
So it's like me talking, and then they could easily go to do the telephone effect.
Didn't his
but it would
sister
sound like a
say
joke.
that she thought it was fake too? Because to me, it sounded
For
a
the
little
case.
weird. It didn't really sound
But
exactly
why he
like
corrected
Thug.
himself the first time when he was about to call him a fuck nigga? He like, man, buddy, I'm about to do the
Yeah,
same.
but
But
They
the
called
person
him
making
buddy,
it could
though.
have been a fucking genius who thought of that, right?
Hey, Thug definitely said buddy.
He
When
said-
niggas do that, they start to
Separate,
separate
you
themselves.
get what I'm
Homie,
saying?
He's no longer a name.
Well,
He's
I'm
affiliated
dude.
to him.
I get called dude.
Yeah, this dude.
It's like the same thing, right?
But no, he's like,
just
buddy.
take
But
it
no,
in.
then later on, he like, yeah, the fuck nigga. You get what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
says it, but he stopped himself from saying it the first time. It was like he was trying to not be messy, so that type of shit didn't come out.
But I saw people pointing out that, you know how everybody posted that barcode, like who was on the album or who like really fucks with Thug?
Yeah.
I seen that like Chance the Rapper posted it, and then the album track list came out and Chance the Rapper wasn't actually on it. Like he was like one of the only people who promoted it and then wasn't on the project. Not to take shots at Chance or anything.
Right.
Maybe he was
He
just showing
was.
love. Maybe he was just trying to show support, show love. That was his way of
I
showing
mean,
love and
shit.
support.
Why wouldn't
Maybe.
every rapper that fuck with Thug should put it up?
Should have
That's
put it
how I
up
feel.
to me. Yeah,
But I feel like the
straight
only
up.
people who posted it were on the tape, right?
I mean, he had a lot of features.
Yeah.
He had some good features. So, I mean,
But it's all some
I don't
old
know.
shit.
I didn't go through to pay attention like what you. But nobody posted the Go Stream. It was only the producers and because the people I follow, it seemed like it was flooded. You get what I'm saying? But I guess these aren't people in the industry that count to, you know what I'm saying, to the other people that watch.
Right.
The people that have all the shit to say and the people that pump motherfuckers up.
Let
to
me
do-
ask you.
You get what I'm saying?
Because I gotta know. Do you think that
Can't even call them
called
fans.
Baby and Dirk and told him diss Gunna on the album?
Yeah.
He said, if you're gonna say something, don't respond to it. Say it on my album. You get what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if you gonna do something, help your boy out. Let's
He's
bring the controversy right
promoting,
here.
bro.
Because I can't say it. I can't say it because I'm fighting the case. But if you want to say it,
Right.
be welcome
Pretty
to
much.
say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, like you can't hold me
I
accountable
feel like
for that shit.
he's been waiting
You
to
can't.
draw the line in the sand to send the message out, and he's been trying to figure out the flyest way to do it. And that could have all been promotional clip. That could have been some shit that he wanted to get out.
That does make sense too.
I didn't get that far in the album because I got interrupted.
You were arrested.
Yeah, I got interrupted.
And that's why I feel bad because like I'm trying to like be a good hip hop citizen right now and actually listen to all these albums and have better takes and stuff. I listened to the Gunna album like at least 3-4 times. I listened to that Dirk album like 10 times. I did not listen to the Thug album because I was busy getting ready for interviews. And this is what always happens to me is that the interviews just start piling up. And then meanwhile, I don't really have time to stay in touch with the other side of hip hop, AKA like the shit that's like really mainstream or that motherfuckers are really talking about. And like even last night, like I get home, I didn't even get a chance to watch any fucking YouTube videos because I got to get ready for more interviews. So now I'm sitting here feeling like a dummy. I should have a fucking great perspective on the Thug tape. Instead, I got nothing because I've been getting ready to do these interviews.
I mean, I got like 4 songs in. The first song was like how wasn't Drake on the first song? Well, You said you didn't get
I
into
didn't
it
listen
yet.
to it, so I have no
Well,
idea.
let's get into it next week.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do that.
I'll
We
study
give
up.
everybody because I gotta go back
study
over it
up.
too. But no, it was
See
crazy
what
though.
it
He
is.
went crazy on that first song. Did they record the first song off the telephone? Did you listen to it?
Nah.
We suck.
I think
This is
that verse.
terrible.
I think
Awful
that
podcast.
verse. Yeah.
We didn't
like
talk about the
No, I
fact that we
didn't.
were going to
Well,
listen to it.
hold on. The biggest curveball was the Bricc was in jail, and you were getting ready for it was a lot of shit going
phone
on.
kept
Getting ready for my
BT
bitch to take a big black cock.
I'm at the awards.
He's doing his gig. Yeah.
That's what I said. It was a busy weekend, and I did for everybody. I was RSVP to come to the awards. I was out for the
crazy how,
awards.
like,
It
that
just
shit
I wasn't
happened right
in
then
hip hop
and
mode because at the end of the day, what's going on is a gang of hip hop ass snitching. Like, you know what I'm saying? My thing is I'm not bringing up nobody's name because I'm quitting that shit right now. Stay off that Clubhouse shit. That's one of the main, because a motherfucker talks for so many hours straight on Clubhouse, they act like they're on a telephone. And the shit that you're talking about is getting clipped and it's on the internet. And they're using shit like that. Even if they can't take you down off the shit, say it, but they're getting warrants and all that. They're knowing about your life. So now it's like, I don't see how a motherfucker be on there every day talking about they be having guns on them every day and they ready for war and dropping money on motherfuckers' head and all that. And these people ain't pulled up on them. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying nothing hinting towards, I am, but I'm not. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's life different. Like, even it's like, y'all niggas be on, I don't even be doing half the shit. I respond to some shit. I don't do half the shit that these motherfuckers doing. And if them people ain't knocked on your door, gang, can I tell you that I was only in jail for like 5 hours? From the time that I left from the house until I got released, Adam, you were in contact with me the whole time. Was it 6
loud,
hours
though,
maybe?
sir.
I probably sent the money over by like 11 a.m.
And
So,
I came home at 4.
Yeah.
Was
I
out.
came home at 4.
Yeah.
Send the text receipts, nigga. That was like at 5. I knew you was being nosy for who you was being nosy for, nigga. You was asking for my last name to my bitch. You cashed at my bitch $1 10 times with your number. She called, you feel me? I'm like, what the fuck does he want? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you don't know my bitch name. You don't have her number. So how are you fucking this bitch? I send the number. It's me talking the whole time. He trying to be nosy. I tell him, my bond was only $35,000, so that's $3,500, bro. I tell him I like it's $5,000. You gonna send the money or what? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga.
Nah,
Dead
man,
homies.
shit.
You wanna be nosy, nigga? You gonna send the money? It's 5 racks, nigga, on the dead homies. He, oh yeah. Oh, I got a better bail's bond for him. What's his last name?
What's
Oh,
a
6-0.
better bail bondsman?
He talking about whatever. I'm already home. What's his last name? So now I know that y'all trying to search my name. Why are you so concerned about me getting out of jail? And how the fuck do you even know that I'm in jail? I never called you for this shit. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now this nigga will pay 5 racks for a video on 6-0 Crip, bro. Listen, bro. Even if my bitch was fucking on the nigga that was finna send 5 racks, tell me if it was no harm, no foul. You fucking with a whole different type of beast, nigga. I don't give a fuck about no piece of pussy like that, wife or not, nigga. On the hood, I'm so much of a nigga. If I was fucked up, you get what I'm saying? And that's what did go on, nigga. On the hood, that'd be something. But for you to spin the narrative like on hood, like if I was to tell you how many bars of what that dude said was recited in that motherfucker, it'd be unreal. Why am I telling you to stay the fuck off a Clubhouse? Telling motherfucker, I know y'all got business together, so, and I'm not saying no names, but I'm telling motherfucker, just stay the fuck off the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like, this me talking, this big op on the internet. Listen, cuz, that shit, I'm telling you, y'all keep going if y'all want to. And I don't see how you niggas that's waving guns on that motherfucker is existing this long. Cause I don't even do shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But then you never know who you got in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, some niggas just dealing with it with solid people, and some people just ain't solid. You'll never know. You'll never know.
Right.
Speaking of what was solid, I seen something about 5-year-old foreign getting roofied in the club.
Yeah, but then he denied it. He goes, how you going to drug a drug head?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I say that all the time.
I hear the roofie
Some of
shit
that
is powerful, right?
Some of that shit hits different, bruh.
It depends. Like, I mean,
Just depends on
who would want to do that? The question is, too, why did I interview a girl yesterday from Chicago and she was wearing Fabio Foreign's chain? Because her homie stole his chain in Chicago or some shit.
I remember that.
And how would he know if he got roofied? Did somebody walk up and tell him, like, hey, you know there's roofies?
I mean, there was pictures of him looking loaded as fuck. But also, if I got too loaded in the club, maybe I would say I got roofied, right?
Bro, and that's what I want to get to. It happens. Niggas get loaded. Because I'm going to tell you this. If I go to the club, homie, if I set my drink down for 2 seconds,
I'm not picking it back up.
I'm not picking it back up.
I know a gay nigga that roofie himself.
People take that shit.
Yeah.
People take GSB.
I did that a couple times.
Yeah.
I'd have been
Is it
around
like a big Zan or something?
Hey, I'd have been around.
different.
Hey, I went to a
You
celebrity.
taking GHB before?
No, listen, I went to a celebrity's house one time, right? Like they were throwing a party. I'm gonna say no names. They went to the party and I was with a chick that knew the person, like, you know what I'm saying, personally. So I was gonna pour like a cup of Coca-Cola or whatever. She's like, no, put that down. She was like, there's GHB in everything.
Yeah.
And everything, nigga. And all the sodas, all the waters, anything that you see sitting out, there's GHB and all that shit.
All I can say is it's not like any other drug you ever did
cool.
before. Because like I used to
I
kick,
went to 7-Eleven, nigga.
I used to kick it with these porn stars, and they fucking did it back in like 2013 or 2014. And it's like you just take a little hit of like it's just it looks like water.
Yeah.
You hit that shit, you start getting hot as fuck real quick. You gotta
Like,
take your
sure.
jacket off. You gotta like it just feels crazy, and you start to get a little drowsy and stuff, and you feel super chill and relaxed and stuff. And then at some point you just fucking pass out. And then you wake up. Like I remember being at parties with these girls, and we'd all sit around and do it. And then like, you know, a half hour, 45 minutes later, you start realizing they're like, oh, 2 or 3 of the girls are like passed out on the couch. And then all of a sudden I'm passed out. And then you wake up like half hour, an hour later, and everybody's kind of like coming back to life.
Yeah.
But the girls I was kicking with, they would mix it with Molly and shit too. So they would be
They not
up,
even going
but they're
out
kind of
like
like
that,
out of
yeah.
it. Those are the only
They
people.
playing with their heart like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Those are the only people I ever kicked it with who was taking it. And I took it maybe like 3 times. And I remember, oh man, so there was a girl I was fucking with, this porn star, right? And I had a homie who like I stopped fucking with her. Like I just realized how toxic she was, and I realized I couldn't have anything to do with her anymore. And I had a homie who ended up going to a party at her house, and he had to call me the next day and apologize because he basically like thought he was taking a sip of a cup of water, and it was
telling
GHB.
you, bro.
And he blacked out so much. He's like, bro, I woke up and my dick was still halfway in her. Like he
Bro.
fucking woke up and he had just fucked my ex-girl, and he's all worried that I'm gonna be mad and shit. And I'm like, bro, I'm done with her. Like I do not care at all. But the GHB had him gone to the point where he was fucking my ex-girl, even though he didn't even like have any intentions. And I know her. And I don't think that she would have fucked him if she was even like a little bit conscious of what was going on.
So was it giving like rapey a little bit?
I mean, well, think about it. They call it the date rape drug.
Yeah,
like
I know.
it's what
That's what
people
I'm
put in
saying.
people's
That's what
drinks
it's
to
the
date rape them.
Was it consented sex?
I mean, I don't think either of them consented to it, which was kind of the crazy thing. Like, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at her. I already thought she was a piece of shit, so I'm kind of like, whatever. Speaking of pieces of shit, I just want to watch this clip because I seen it on Twitter earlier. Basically, this guy was streaming, and allegedly he got sent $2,500 by a fan to shave his head and his eyebrows, and then he realized that it was the person like took the money back, so he basically got scammed. So let's just listen to this guy for 50 seconds and see what the reaction is.
I gotta hear this.
Bro, you made me shave my head bald. Shave my fucking eyebrows.
That's some shit that will
A
happen to me.
refund?
That's fucked up, though. Stupid.
I just realized we might get hit for copyright, so I'm just gonna pause it for a second, just because of the song.
I don't even want to finish the subathon, bro. I don't even want to finish it.
How long
I don't
was
want
it?
to finish it, bro.
I'm just gonna pause it again.
You look good, bald bro, L flopper.
Fucking dummy.
Wow. That's what your dumb ass
We need to get this, bro. Chat. I'm gonna be honest, chat. We need to get awareness for this shit, bro. We need to get awareness.
That's a high level nincompoop right there, bro. For real.
Well, I seen a lot of porn girls complaining too because people will like message them, get some exclusive anal content, send them hundreds or thousands of dollars, and then they just take it back.
On what? On what?
On OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Wow, they got-
I don't want to give y'all
always
any
figure it
ideas
out.
out there or anything.
No, listen.
Too late.
They gotta stop that shit. They gotta figure out how
That's what
That's
I'm
just
saying.
like Cash App. Once it's sent,
Like it's
sent.
gotta get figured
The
out.
only
with
way
that,
you can
man.
send it back is if the content creator sends it back.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're not getting scammed out of what you want.
I would not want to accept payments on any app where that was even a possibility, right?
Yeah, that's out. What about the piece of shit that had the controller and went fucking 2.5 miles up underwater?
Oh, I think it was wasn't it way more than that? You talking about the submarine?
Yeah.
You missed some of that because you were fucking locked up, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
but
he's a piece of shit too. I was watching like anybody that cares less for somebody's life like that is crazy.
no, but they chose
No,
to
I
go
know,
down there and
but
they're
I was
controlling
just
the
saying,
shit.
And
like
sign
Ocean
papers.
Gate.
Bro,
Ocean Gate.
once listen,
Titanic Gate.
listen. Once I seen the fake the fake Xbox and PlayStation, this controller you could play any game with. Once I see that controller inside a submarine and we going lower than motherfuckers ever been in life, I'm cool.
Okay, but I got two takes on this. Number one, I don't think we should be so quick to shit on the adventurous. Like, if you want to
of
take
shit.
it into your life, take your life into your own hands and do something
no,
that's
the people-
extremely
that was
dangerous, fucking do it. I respect that.
There's people
You're
in
right.
submarines all the time. The Navy be in submarines. You know what I'm saying? That go all the time. So I don't think these people were
That
thinking
shit was
that this
submersible.
Yeah,
No, it was submersible. It
Yeah.
wasn't even a submarine.
Never
You
heard
gotta
that word in my
believe that
life
shit.
Yeah.
until this.
You see them in all type of movies. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they are controlled
That
way
shit's
different
a
in the
fucking
movie.
submarine, man.
Bro, it was not. It was like a little. It wasn't. The submarines are like big.
Not as big,
bro.
but it's still
listen,
a submersible fucking
They
vehicle.
went down 5 times in 8 days, right?
Yeah.
I heard that. The glue, it has glue on it. My whole thing is, are you running maintenance how you're supposed
It
to
was
every time
glued
you come up?
together.
Are you? Yeah, in certain
Elmer's.
places, not Elmer's, but
No, I watched a YouTube video from a kid who was going to go on one of the missions, and
it
then
was
at
the
the
weather-
last minute, the weather was fucked
weather,
up, so he
yeah,
didn't
I
go.
watched
Had
that.
like
No.
10 million views on YouTube from this dude just seeing because he was so
tanked it.
happy. He was so excited to be going on this mission. Like a lot of people have seen these documentaries. I forget what it's called, but it's basically like a rock climbing documentary where a dude climbs like the biggest fucking straight up and down walls in the world with no harness. So if he falls, he's dead.
Oh, free solo.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, as stupid as that is, and if you have kids, I think it's a totally irresponsible thing to do. But if you love the sport or the activity that you're involved in so much that you're down to take your life into your own hands, I say fucking go for it. And I respect people who want to do that shit.
And then I was telling Ink, me and Ink was watching that shit the other day. So I'm telling Ink, I'm like, bro, I ain't paying to go down there. Like, why would you pay to go down there? Like, it's just a fucking ship. Then I saw the footage. I'm like, that shit dope as fuck. Did you see the footage of the shit?
No, actually.
You haven't? Oh yeah, you got to get into that. You be like,
Titanic?
oh yeah. I'm like, I get it. Like that shit actually, like
That
you
shit's
floating up
insane.
in that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like you, like it's just different. Like at first I was
even
like,
making
man, that
it
shit's some bullshit. I wouldn't, but I would go to another shipwreck that was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like all ships look the same underwater. I would say.
But
right?
I heard somebody talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, if I did that shit and it fucked up, I would have just swam back to the top." I'm
Yeah,
like,
you would have.
No,
Do you
it
know-
takes like 14 hours for them to get back to the surface.
Listen, do you know what it take? Do you know when you're deep sea diving and you go to like, you know, you start hallucinating and shit after you get to like a certain level, like your brain gets to tripping out.
I
like
think if
on
you were
shrooms
even
and
just
shit.
swimming, you would not be able to swim that
Yeah, you
low. The
wouldn't be able
pressure of the
to.
water would
Yeah,
crush you and
yeah,
kill you. I'm
yeah,
pretty
it would.
sure.
The scuba
But they-
diving.
Yeah, they like it's all about how fast you're swimming. Like if you're swimming real fast when you get that low, your head can explode.
Right.
Somebody was saying that they were down there. This is what they do. They deep sea dive or whatever, and they were down there with their crew, and everybody passed out.
Yeah.
He said that, and then when they woke up, like they were having to swim people all the way back up. Like it was only 2 people that woke up, so they had to like swim 5 more divers
Right.
all the way back to the top. And they was like, as you're moving, you feeling that shit, but you can't. So you got to swim slow all the way to the top. Like it just so happened that I was around the person that, you know what I'm saying, does
Right.
that shit. And that's how the conversation
crazy
became.
right there.
Can I tell you guys about a TV show that you have to watch this? And I never.
What's it called?
I hate sitting here and talking about fucking TV shows because I feel like describing a TV show to somebody is like describing like your own dream, where it's just kind of like it's boring because you didn't live it. But this show is so fucking sick. It's called Jury Duty. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. This is the gist of it. It's like it's a show of all actors, and then there's one guy who thinks that this is real life. And it's basically like they all get summoned for jury duty, and fucking they like go through the whole jury duty process of like, you know, sitting there for like 2 weeks and watching this trial and everything and having to pass judgment. And every single person on it is an actor. Except this one guy is just a regular guy who has no idea that he's being fooled.
I'd be pissed.
I heard about it from, they give him $100,000 at the end, so he can't be too mad.
All right, yeah.
But my mom told me about it, and apparently, like when it first came out, it got really bad reviews. Like the critics weren't fucking with it. But and now it's like this huge viral fucking smash. And this guy like is the nicest dude in the world. Like the whole show, the whole time you're watching it, you're just kind of amazed at like, how does this guy have such a good heart? Because he's surrounded by all these actors that are kind of like
trying to persuade him into doing bullshit.
Well, but they're kind of like giving him opportunities to not be a good person, and he just consistently is just like a great
Just
guy
pure,
throughout. I tapped in with him on Instagram right away, and he just hit me like as soon as I told him like, dude, you're the fucking man. He was like, yeah, but like, did you like this guy? He's like mentioning other characters on the show. Like he's trying to give credit to the actors that he was on the show with. I might holler at him and do the podcast because it was so good. But if I could recommend any TV show,
I thought you was
this
talking
shit was
about,
amazing.
I thought you was talking about what shows that where it's like you got to figure out who's who. Like everybody's right there, and it's like one dude's a fucking cop, or
really?
It's like you never seen that show. Like it's like a gang of people right there, and they're giving clues, and you got to figure out who the fuck is the mole.
Yeah, it was the mole. I saw that one.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
The boy Tran was on there. He came through here.
Somebody tell me what they're talking about in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? He came through here, and we was talking about it, and they all figured out who wasn't a real gang member.
But watch Jury Duty. That's all I'm saying.
Really
and somebody clip this so I can send it to Ronald so I can ask him to come on the podcast. So he knows I'm a real fan. And my mom told me about it, but the only reason why I mentioned it to her was because I saw a food truck on the side of the road that just had like a crazy line. And then as I get closer to the food truck, I see that it's got Jury Duty logos all over it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Is that a TV show?
Yeah.
And that's how I found out about it. So
shout out to the food truck promo.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I guess it works.
It works. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And then I'm looking at the fool's Instagram and I realized that they were at that truck, which I mean, I hadn't seen the show yet at that point, so it wouldn't have really mattered to me, but you know.
So if you would have knew that Jury Duty was what it was, would you have fanned out and pulled over?
I mean,
because I be doing shit like that.
Usually when I leave to come here, it's like if I have something to do at 11, I'm gonna leave at like 10:30, so I have just enough time to get here. Yeah. So usually when I'm on the road, I don't have any time to dilly dally. But knowing what I know now of the show, yes, I would have definitely been like, I would have definitely pulled over and been like, "What the fuck is up?
Yeah,
I love you guys."
Yeah,
I would have super fanned out hard
for sure.
You got to interview the Booty Warrior.
Oh, I know. Somebody tell me how to contact the Booty Warrior, bro. I was just watching his
fucking picture of
the Booty
cheeks,
Warrior.
bro.
He out.
You gotta send him a fucking ass shot from our plug talk.
But it's weird because
he's ready too. To this day.
Okay, I've never watched a full episode of the Boondocks, but I've seen the clips from Boondocks over and over and over. I know I should get on it.
You never knew it was a real interview?
I didn't see the actual jail footage of him where he's talking about raping dudes in prison. He's like, booty is worth more than anything to me.
Water.
More important. He said, if I want you, I'm gonna have
what? He said we could do this the easy way or the hard way. I prefer the hard way.
I didn't know it was based on something real. Yeah,
he's a real person.
But he's out now. He did like 40 years,
and he's married,
and he's dropping interviews. He did an interview with somebody, and I didn't have it in me to watch the whole thing to see if he would drop his at some point during it or anything like that. But I'm trying to figure out how to tap in with the Booty Warrior.
I'm pretty sure Google the Booty Warrior's Instagram will be right there.
I tried.
Booty is more important than social media.
Yeah, man.
No, we gotta find him, man, because he was dead ass serious. I saw the original.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to interview him with you. That'd have to be your one-on-one because he'll scare the fuck out of me.
You're off the set if you tap in with the Booty Warrior. Nah, but I think I might have traumatized my kid because the other day I played Booty, 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 Rockin' Everywhere. I played that around her. She has not stopped singing it since. She just keeps going booty, 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 booty.
Yeah, for sure. Booty.
I see how you fucking play some shit around your kid and they just get it like sunken into their mind.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
say
like
the first 5 years is when they take everything. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
All that cussing and shit, they gonna recite it back to you, but then you gonna die laughing like, what the fuck did you just say?
Bricc, you don't want to sit down when the Booty Warrior come up?
Would you?
I
That's
mean,
not what that
I
means.
wouldn't mind. Listen, I wouldn't mind.
roast.
I wouldn't mind. That's why I said I'm gonna laugh at his ass. But I'm like, what if he takes it with a grain of salt? You gotta catch a little
gonna think
blicky
you
to the
funny.
leg for.
But the way that in the original clip of him locked up talking about it, he's he's talking about some gay ass shit, but he's kind of like this like smooth criminal ass prisoner or some shit. And then you watch him in this new interview, and he's just like old as fuck.
Yeah.
He lived a life of just raping dudes.
Just raping dudes.
It's just like his swag is not on 1,000. I don't know.
Listen,
it's kind of a different vibe.
His swag is ass.
It's a different swag.
No, listen.
It hit different when you've been fucking men in the ass in prison for a year, for 40 years.
Hurt, bro.
Listen, bro.
My stomach.
You gotta
your homework
think
on rape.
in his
You gotta do your
defense-
homework on ass rape.
Look, in his defense though, not in his defense, but he was going to jail when that shit was a thing. Like he went to jail when taking people's manhood was not considered gay. I don't know when or where, but it was like a thing. Like knock him out, and put your finger in his ass. Like the older people, like you know what I'm saying. You hear about stories, and then they swear they never participated in these activities, but they could give you action by action of what was going on in these prisons. And I'd be like, bro, let's just
That's
not
like
talk about that shit.
you hear like everybody
Like
in Chicago
70s.
always talking about how they be spitting on people's booties after they get knocked out in prison. I don't know if that's made its way to the West Coast. Yeah, like as soon as
No, they get gay.
Yeah, they put some
Don't
shit
go
in your
down.
ass as soon as you get knocked out.
They put peanut butter,
jalapeno poppers, yeah, or just jalapenos,
Yeah, jalapeno. Listen, they get weird. Like a motherfucker know. I know people unload peanut butter, weird shit. Like I ain't finna play with a nigga ass, period. But like a
Yeah,
motherfucker
right?
goes like out the way for disrespecting, and you can't come back from that. It's
That's
like, bro,
hella out the way,
you
bro.
sexually
That's
assaulted,
assaulted me,
cuz.
bro.
As humiliating as it might be to have something put in your
It's
ass,
time to get at you,
if
bro.
you're
Like,
the
it's-
dude playing with their ass or like inserting something into their ass, don't you reign supreme as the gayer one?
Gayer one, right?
Like you
That's
took
like-
the initiative. This other guy is the victim. He is
Yeah.
less gay than you.
Yeah, for sure. He's
Right?
for sure
Straight the
less
fuck
gay.
up, homie.
He can explain himself.
Yeah.
He got raped.
explanation.
He got
Yeah.
out. He got, but it's hard. It's hard to say that.
They gonna
that
do
shit
rape
fucks.
kit.
But this the thing. We laughing about it, but that shit causes suicides, all type of shit. Like
Nah,
them
dude, it
motherfuckers
fuck
being
with a
there.
nigga
Yeah,
mind,
because
for
it's
sure.
like you take a real nigga and put him in a situation where he couldn't defend himself this one time with this professional ass warrior. You get what I'm saying? Like he knows how to. Like it's people that got tactics.
Straight
I heard
Buddha.
about motherfuckers
Real
that'll
Buddhist
work
to
you
this
out
shit.
real hard. Like I heard stories about motherfuckers
said
that'll
Buddhist?
make you do 1,000,000 push-ups and pull-ups and all that till you like go to the yard with me. We about to work out, and they'll dry you
They'll
out,
weaken you.
weaken you,
Oh,
and
Lord.
then close in while your arms and like.
And
you
then
know
the
what I'm
booty
saying?
warriors creep out and take advantage of you and you wash them.
Exactly, bro.
Damn.
Exactly, it's tactics to that.
That's that
shit's
prison
fucked up.
initiative.
It's fucked up.
They're geniuses.
That's why they said booty's more important than water. You got to put together a play to get to that ass. Everybody,
Hey.
okay, when you go to jail
Nigga
and you see
plotting
a
on
gang
you.
of buff people walking around, what's the number one thing you guarding?
I wouldn't even have thought of it.
No,
but
I'm
I'm
saying
guessing you're saying
prison-
your booty hole.
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying you going to jail for you never going to jail before, and you start seeing like a big sus dude. What are you clenching ass cheeks off the rip?
I would probably, yeah,
Ain't
okay.
covering him out.
If I got the vibe that he might be out for booty, yeah.
like, damn, white boy, you looking kind of slick.
Oh, I'm covering my mouth.
I am slick. What about it?
You better, you got to.
You ain't gonna take my booty hole.
Take your hand off
That's
your
too
neck.
much,
neck
that's
like
too
that.
much talking. You might as well hit him. You gonna have to just go ahead and hit him. Like
Might
you
as
tripping,
well.
my boy. Next time niggas say I'm slick, I bet you they know they gonna fight. But at the end of the day, they might want you to fight because they know they can. Because all they gotta do is choke you to you. I mean, it's so many ways.
That's why I said to somebody one time, I'm like, if you were trapped in a room with Shaq and Shaq had somehow been programmed to want to fuck you in the ass, how long do you think that you would be able to last before Shaq got in your butt? And everybody would say, he ain't never gonna get in my butt. There's no way. I'm like, it's Shaq. All he has to do is punch you a couple times in the head, knock you out, and he's gonna take what he want to take.
Yeah, I got about a cold 3 minutes.
If
I ain't
Shaq,
gonna lie, bro.
if Shaq
I'm
stick
shooting
them
Shaq
long
big ass
ass
to play with
fingers
me
in
like
your
that,
ass,
bro.
you fucked up.
I ain't trying to like.
Oh,
You don't like this
nigga,
hypothetical?
I'm just saying, if a
I'll-
nigga come at me like that, like this nigga big, bro. Shit, I'm shooting.
I
That
got
nigga ain't
to.
taking
He got
nothing.
to,
I got
David.
to. Like
He
I don't
got
want
to.
to. But
It's
I
a
got
hypothetical. You just trapped in a room with him.
to. Bruh, I'm gonna be trapped in there.
What room? What room are we trapped in? Because
This
if it
room.
ain't jail, that's what I'm about to say. He's getting blicky
He's
down.
getting blicky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I love Shaq, bro. That's what I hate the hypothetical.
I hate to
love
kill you, Shaq.
And I feel like if Shaq was watching this, hey,
Nah,
bro,
I'm
it's
I just
no
use
harm.
as an example because he's a giant human. I
He's
could have used Kimbo
he's a big
Slice.
motherfucker.
Nah, I'll use Alistair Overeem. You know, we got to go to the UFC heavyweight division because those are the toughest
Yeah,
motherfuckers on
because
there.
they put you in them locks. It's the fucking submission holds that's gonna fuck you up. That's what they do. It's not knocking you out. A motherfucker
try
ain't gonna
Alistair,
fight. A
fuck
motherfucker.
Yeah, before you just gave up the booty. Yeah.
You got a weak chin. Now,
Do you
fuck
think that if Shaq had been born doing martial arts and didn't know about basketball, that he would be like the god of the UFC heavyweight division, or you think that he would just kind of fit in?
I think he would have just kind of fit in.
Because if you're like
I
8
can't
feet
imagine
tall,
him. I can't imagine him doing that.
They trying to
Dude,
break
some
them
people,
legs
we have to
down.
think about this, bro. For certain shit, some people are entirely too big. That's why when they used to do like them crazy fights back in the day with the little, you know what I'm saying, Muay Thai guy and this big fucking 7 fucking foot, fucking 400-pound dude.
They
You
whooping
see,
their ass.
like the little dude's still cracking him,
Yeah.
getting up away from him because the dude's so big.
He can't
He's got to move all that weight.
That's how I be
Yeah,
telling.
big gargoyle
This
ass.
is my thing. When I see bigger dudes and I see that they unhealthy and big, like, hey, stop talking to me because I know that you're going for the haymaker. You're not getting that
Yeah,
off
you
with me.
gotta think about
You're
that,
not
for
getting
real.
that off with me. I'm finna beat your ass till you.
Did you notice?
Then
did
I'm
you
gonna be
notice-
right up on you, right down the pipe. Like it
It's
only
Tango
takes like
dip.
15 seconds to tire out a fat dude in a fight, making him swing back to back.
Did you notice in the
right.
Mayweather and Logan Paul fight, in the Mayweather Logan Paul fight, Logan Paul got excited, so he started just trying to swing on Mayweather. He's so close in, he can't even hit him. The hits are just missing him. It just
Yeah.
looked good. I'm like, bro, you're not even hitting him, and you wasting all
Floyd
this
is the
energy.
god of defense. You know,
Yeah.
he'll let a
Yeah,
motherfucker
bro.
tie
So
himself
did
out.
the Frank.
But this is a bigger frame guy like Logan Paul.
No, so did
is
the Gotti.
much bigger than
What
Floyd
was I about to say?
Mayweather.
What was his name? John Gotti, the third, fourth.
The third, yeah.
He was doing the same shit after the fight. He came in. It looked like he rushed Floyd. Floyd banked his ass with one of them.
Banked him.
That nigga
Wow,
said,
I saw it. Hey, he backed him up, bro. Hey, he backed him up. I watched that shit.
That's what got him back right. He
Floyd
like
was
this.
coming
He-
back like, you all right?
Yeah, nah, he watched. He said, "Oh, this nigga really gonna rush me." He got
Yeah,
right in the
he really
defense mode
about
and
to
banged this
rush
shit up.
me.
Boom, bow. And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Holy fuck. Hey, I got an interview right after this, so I'm going to have to call it a little bit short right now. I would love to talk about hypothetical NBA superstars ass raping us a little bit more and everything, but I got to head out. Thank you to everybody who watched this. It was a great experience. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
No, that's
Nah. Thank you, Sharp. Thank you, Court. Thank you, Brick.
Love you, man.
We'll be back real soon. Much love. Gang.
Gang shit.